Good day. Welcome to the THC Show with Neil. The THC Show is where we explore some of the truths in our world and find out that many of them are unpleasant. And we try to find some reason to have some hope despite all the unpleasant truths and find some ways to change things, which of course is the reason for hope. Today on the show, we'll, as usual, for the 420 session, have 8 out of 10 Glenn join us. Jerry Martin will be here for the Martin Medical Moment. And today we have a very special presentation, a video that we've put together, that Neil has put together, of different clips and things telling our story about the Cannabis Substitution Program and the value of that it's been to people's lives. So I'm very excited to have a premiere of that particular video coming up after our first 2 segments. So, you know, truth is what we try to talk about on this show, and there are some truths that we can establish, and I would like to talk a little bit about that. You know, life seems to exist. I mean, some of them are saying we live in a holograph. I'm not sure about any of that, but life does seem to exist. It seems like we are in a universe, and life is part of that experience. And here on planet Earth, we have human life. And human life is a separate category from the other life because of some of the things that we've evolved and some of the things that we have going on here. And with respect to human rights, we have ethics. We have what's right and what's wrong. And people have natural rights. A human being born on this planet doesn't arrive here free of being bullied or told what to do or told what not to do. In fact, we're brought here completely helpless. And for the first part of our lives, we have other people who have that job of telling us that we can't do some of the things that we want to do and that we have to do some things that maybe we'd rather not. And we don't have those levels of freedom until we rise above that, until we age to the point where we can say, thank you so much, my parent, my guardian. You know, I share some of your values, but not all of your values. And I'm now going to go live my own life and establish those values for myself. And after that point, no one ever gets to bully that person again or tell that person again that they have to do things that they don't want to do or that they can't do what they want. Unless, of course, you're harming other people, because along with the freedom to do as you choose comes the responsibility to not choose to do things that harm other people. We have that. Another truth is that those rights are not respected here, that just because we have natural rights and it's naturally the right thing that one person doesn't use their power to force others to do things that they want that the others would rather not do. And the truth is that we've really been kidnapped for a long time as peoples, that we are oppressed by these financially elite groups, the people that have some might to control us and force us into doing these things. But it's still not right that even though, you know, they're the king or the queen or the dictator or the tyrant or the police on the corner or whoever it is that's now telling you you have to do things that you don't want to do, etc., that they might have the power to do that because they're willing to harm you in ways if you don't do it, but that still doesn't make it right. They're still in violation of us. And so we have been fighting for the right to be free from that type of oppression for millennia, for a very long time, since human beings have been human beings. And we have achieved some things with that fight, but what we've achieved basically is an illusion of freedom. Freedom is not only just a basic human right, but it's a basic human need. It's up there with air and water and food and love and all those things that we need to thrive as human beings. When human beings don't feel like they're free, they engage in all kinds of self-sabotage behavior and other types of harmful behaviors, because freedom is something that human beings want to strive for. Hello, Roxanne. And but freedom, you know, is a basic need. It is a right. It's something that we deserve. It's something that isn't right when it's taken away, but it isn't necessarily free. I mean, you're not free just to do whatever you want. As I mentioned before, we do have some responsibilities that go along with that. And basically the responsibility is that we're to do no harm. Whatever you decide to do, don't hurt other people. Don't do harm in doing that. And the other thing is that you have a responsibility to help when needed. If there's a situation where someone needs help, then the right thing to do for a human being is to go and help that person and not just walk away. And laws have been implemented as we've moved forward here. And those laws are all about trying to prevent harm and holding people to their responsibilities. And at the same time, balancing human rights, because people have a right to do as they please. And if they're harming somebody else, there needs to be some method and some way of determining that. And that's where we've established common law over the years. And so we have all of these principles that are designed to stop harm and are designed to hold people to their responsibility. But sometimes laws do harm. And especially in the case of the attempt to prohibit cannabis, those laws have done a great deal of harm. And laws that do harm or prevent people from helping out when that's needed, they have no force and effect in a free country. That those laws are null and void if they're going to do harm instead of prevent harm, or if they're going to keep people from doing harm. Those laws must be broken. Those laws must be exposed. Good people break bad laws by exposing them. These laws need to be changed, or they need to be stricken from the books. If they can be shown to be doing harm, then we need to deal with them. I mean, not to even mention the fact that in some cases, these laws weren't even put in place with a good intention in the first place, like the prohibition of cannabis. It was never about protecting people from a dangerous plant. It was always about protecting industry friends of our governments, which means it is completely corrupt and way more wrong than just your average wrong when that's going on. No, the truth is that we are not free. And the best example of that is the attempt to prohibit, restrict, and overregulate cannabis. And the best example of that is this place right here that we're broadcasting from. This is the Healing Wave Low Barrier Medical Cannabis Dispensary. We're here because we want to help people that are struggling with addiction, that are struggling with depression and pain and many other things that people have going on in their lives. And as they look for ways to deal with that, cannabis is one of the naturally occurring ways that people have been dealing with these things for millennia. And cannabis is not just so beneficial in helping people deal with pain and depression and addiction and all the other things that it helps with, but it's one of the least toxic things in our environment. You can't die of a cannabis overdose, and you can die of a potato overdose. You can die of an overdose of just about everything. Everything you can get into your mouth and swallow can kill you if you have too much of it in too short a period of time. That goes for all the fruits and vegetables, everything that's in a grocery store, certainly everything that's in a drugstore, all of the plants that you're growing around your house and in your garden. You can overdose on all of those, but cannabis you can't, which is very strange, except when you look at the history of it, when you look way back at the history of it, and you realize that this extremely ancient plant has been consumed as a food for millions and millions of years, to the point where all of the vertebrates on the planet share an endocannabinoid system, that we carry within us a system that uses the food that we eat, and especially the essential fatty acids, in putting together the same chemistry that we're getting from the cannabis plant. When you're euphoric because you're watching a sunset or watching a childbirth or listening to music or all of those things at once maybe, when you're euphoric like that, it's because your body, the interior system within your body called the endocannabinoid system, created some chemicals and release them into your bloodstreams. And those chemicals are the identical matches for the chemicals on the cannabis plant. And the reason for that is because the cannabis plant has been the staple food source for animals and life on this planet for millions and millions of years. So here we are where we've been struggling for freedom for, I don't know, a long, long time. Hard to know how long the struggle for freedom has been going on, but it's probably been going on since the first person felt like they were oppressed. And then it got organized, oppression got organized, and there became kingdomships, and there became countries, and there became all these ways that the leaders could take over the people, and then subsequently oppress them. And so we're not supposed to have that going on here. We're told, I was told growing up, that we had finally fought our way into having a free, democratic system where we elect public servants, and that we are free, natural people, sovereign individuals that get to live our lives free of obstruction or interference. And not only that, we pay a bunch of public servants. We've got a bunch of peace officers that are armed and trained that'll keep us safe and keep us from being robbed and hurt in any way. And this is what we're supposed to have going on here. And we don't have it. And you know, it's really serious that we don't have it. We've been in this evolution of our system for a long time now, for hundreds of years. And I'm telling you, it's been perverted. It has been corrupted. Those same financial elite people, the corporate forces of this world that want to oppress people, that want to have their monopolies, their interests protected, that want to maximize their profits, they've been getting at our public servants for decades and decades and decades. And the best example of that is that they managed to get cannabis prohibited. They did it by telling lies. They did it by deceiving the people, but they did it by corrupting the politicians. Because the politicians knew way back then that cannabis was not some dangerous commodity coming up from Mexico, driving people completely insane and violent, causing them to rape and pillage and die. They knew that wasn't the case. They went along with this because their rich and powerful friends wanted to be more rich and more powerful. And so for all this time, since the 30s, we've been decade after decade piling on more reefer madness, more laws against cannabis, more fear about this plant that should not be feared. It should be embraced. It should be recognized for the value that it brings to human beings and to our society in so many ways. I mean, I don't have time here today to go over how many ways cannabis benefits our society, how it's such a fantastic resource for textiles, what an amazing medicine it is because of how it mimics our endocannabinoid system for all the things that people can have go wrong with them. Cannabis is there for that. Cannabis is such an amazing medicine that not only is it an anti-inflammatory and an analgesic, so it'll deal with your inflammation and your pain, but it'll provide some euphoria as well. That when you consume cannabis with THC, nature provides that you get to feel a little bit happy. Well, when you're not feeling good and when you're looking to nature to find some way to feel better, how about that for a medicine? Not only does it relieve your inflammation and your pain, but it makes you chuckle at it as well. It makes you see that life is too serious to take too serious. It causes you to see the humor in the situation that caused your pain in the first place. It allows you to be distracted from that extremely stressful pain and suffering that goes with the things that people would be seeking out remedies for. So it is such a huge, huge crime against us as people and our society to have this plant prohibited. The prohibition, that's the 419 warning, so you got a minute to roll it up while I try to wrap this up. You wrap up your green and I'll wrap up my rage. This rant is about prohibition. This rant is about freedom. This rant is about what's going on here with the Healing Wave Dispensary that has a real answer for a situation where people are dying from a poison drug supply. A real answer to that. A real safe supply of a natural medicine that does the job. High dose edibles and concentrates can get people off of opioids and street drugs. It can get them through withdrawal. And then it can provide the pain relief that is needed for their emotional pain, their physical pain, for whatever it is that was driving them to continue to want opioids to deal with these pain issues that they have. They can use cannabis concentrates and high-dose edibles and have a way better time than they would have if they were using those other pharmaceutical drugs to do that. Well, I think that brings us to 420, and that brings us to 8 out of 10 Glenn from CannaMatch.ca. Come on in, pull up a chair. Hey, Glenn. I know you live a long way away, or I would have sent you home for your jersey.
Oh, I know, yeah.
But you know,
I was going on this trip to Toronto. I didn't really want to lose my jersey for the next 3 weeks.
I see. So you did it on purpose.
Well, kind of, yes. I actually totally forgot that we were going to wear them during the playoffs.
I see. Yeah, we're wearing them on the playoffs only because you bought me a jersey to wear on the show during the playoffs.
So it's okay that I can get away with just this.
Oh, you can get away with whatever. I don't penalize anybody for anything. Oh, well, staff doesn't think that's true, but I'm a hardball with those people.
How are you feeling?
Feeling really good. I'm of course a little nervous about the Canucks now.
Yes, I know. It's a best of 3 now. But
Wow, it's
the
a
coach
best
is
of 3.
not. Did you see his interview today?
No, I did not.
He just said that's playoff hockey.
That is playoff
And
hockey.
he said
This is
we're
what
playing
happens.
the number 1 guys, the
are.
Stanley Cup champions. He said that's just playoff hockey. He said,
But
I
I've told
thought
you
they
the
did
story
pretty good. Yeah.
that I gave up on believing that they're going to win the cup in 2010. I gave up, and I still don't believe it.
Well,
I believe they got a better chance this year than most other years because there's a lot less distraction and travel, and that's their biggest enemies for sure. They had us thinking they were pretty good for 2 games, and I think they're great. I love this team. This team could win the Stanley Cup. Maybe not this year, maybe this year, but in a few years they are going to contend for that cup.
They've got a lot of talent.
I think
we're just doing baby steps right now, so we just want to get through this one.
They're just kids.
And we'll get through the next one.
They're just kids.
Yeah.
Quinn Hughes turns out is their best player. That's a big surprise because Elias Peterson was going to be their best player, and he's as good as called on. Well, who thought Bo would be the superstar scoring 4 goals in 2 games? I mean, on top of all that, Peterson's still great. He got like 9 or 10 points. Quinn Hughes, that kid's Bobby Orr. I don't know if anybody remembers Bobby Orr, but all you got to do is watch Quinn Hughes play, and we got ourselves a Bobby Orr. And
Eddie Shack.
Bobby Orr.
Yeah, Bobby
For
Orr,
me, it's Bobby Orr. I loved
right.
Eddie. He was a different kind of player.
Eddie was pretty quick.
He was a quick player.
Yeah. So.
He was full steam ahead, that guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got a nose.
Whereas Quinn's a little more laid back.
Well,
Quinn's a little bit more, hey, I'll take my time. I'll see what's going on, and I'll pick you apart. And
yeah.
No, it's going to be fun to watch. I'm so happy we get to watch those kids for the next number of years here.
We got to do a shout out for the clumsy guy.
Well, of course.
Let's do it during the 420. It would be most appropriate, right? Everybody's smoking right now.
This is when I want to talk about that.
Yes.
So there's someone here who wants to help the CSP.
Yes.
And that someone has a store called the Clumsy Stoner.
Yeah, the online store.
And it's an online store.
Yeah.
And there's a code that you can use that will put 15% of your purchase money towards the CSP. That is a wonderful, wonderful thing there. The CSP needs all the help they can get.
Yeah.
The Cannabis Substitution Program that we have here at the Healing Wave Society that's been running for 3.5 years has had to cap our membership at 206 people because we're going through a lot of stuff that we're giving people because they get 420 milligrams every 4 days to help them offset the use of opioids and street drugs.
To buy more
so this money allows us to buy more stuff for them.
More people, right?
Exactly.
So it's the Clumsy Stoner myshopfy.com.
And the code is all caps THC Neil.
You put that in the coupon section.
And I think they've got a lot of silicone smokeware and a lot of other really good products there. I haven't seen their lineup, but I'm sure it's good. It's worth checking out now because you'll be helping out the Cannabis Substitution Project if you find something there that suits you. I love win-win situations,
And people are stepping up and they're giving you these codes, so they want to help out too, right?
Yep.
So
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
We do need more help.
I think Anil can put the link up to the...
I'm pretty sure he will.
Yeah, I sent it to him.
Anil's really good,
I know, he's an awesome person.
He's amazing.
He's going to try to bring me in while I'm on my trip now. So you guys are my...
Yeah, because you're going away for 3 weeks.
Yep.
But we'll still have you here.
Yep.
We're going
to work it out.
In more than spirit, because we'll have a picture of you on the screen or something probably.
And we're going to go.
You won't just be some ethereal voice in the background.
Yeah, we're going to check out some shops across Canada.
Nice.
Our first one will be Beyond 420 in Airdrie. I'm going to be there
That's
tomorrow.
Fred Bell's place.
Fred Bell's.
Go check out Fred Bell's place. That guy's an awesome guy.
Yep. Yeah.
And so you're going to
go see Pat too.
Pat Warnke.
Yeah, along the way.
Another awesome guy.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of people. J.R. Pope, maybe?
Ontario ones, so
I'm not going to start naming names. You'll make other people jealous, and I might get people in trouble. I don't know. You never know about all this stuff. So, yeah, jealousy's the Green Monster. You can talk about that if you want coming up here.
Jerry's medical moment.
Hey man, love is a drug and jealousy that's a disease. So love is the answer for the disease of jealousy. Oh man. Jealousy on social media. It's a new phenomenon. Yeah, it's taken on a whole different life of its own from what it had before.
When you're on like we are, we get these stalkers sometimes. You know, we get people that just love us for don't even know us. You know, it's part of being having a social media.
It's true.
Yeah,
so what's going on with CannaMatch.ca?
4,141 people as of yesterday. I had signed up 6 more people yesterday, made them all active.
Right.
4 guys and 2 ladies.
And women get some free
credit.
I'm
still giving the ladies 10,000 free credits and 740 paid days.
Make it easier for them to stalk the guys.
Yeah, it makes it easier for them to stalk Jerry and stuff like that, you know.
Very good. So have you had any people get married yet because of CannaMatch.ca?
Not yet. Maybe I'll be the first.
Of course, it's not all about romance. It's also about just matching yourself up with somebody who shares your love for the herb.
City and you want to find some good medicine, you can reach out to the people on there and they'll tell you where you can buy at a local shop and stuff like that. And then right there and then you've met somebody and maybe you become friends. And
there's no pressure to get married or anything.
No pressure. Just become friends.
It's just a friendly hookup, but who knows where those things can go.
So I'm going to head to Kamloops from here. That'll be my first stop for the night.
Right.
And Airdrie tomorrow.
And you're going to check in with us and make sure that we're doing okay without you.
I'm at the Ramada Inn tonight.
We'll try to get along without you.
Go meet Barbie Grower and someone else.
I see.
Yes.
So that's tonight.
Yeah, that's tonight.
How long a drive is that?
Yeah. Better at Psychedelic Center, Ethan.
Jerry Martin's in the house and he's itching to get on the show.
Yeah, he says I don't do drugs, just Microdellix.
Just weed and psychedelics.
Yeah,
I agree. That should be on there too.
Yeah, maybe we can make up a bunch of T-shirts like that.
We're gonna have to change some T-shirts for sure.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, Glenn. So you're anxious to get out of here and get on the road.
I'm gonna wait for my son. He's coming to visit.
Oh, Kevin's coming.
Yeah, he's gonna drop down and say. Give Dad a hug before he goes. So I can still, but I think Jerry wants to get on.
He looks like he's itching to get on
Yeah.
here. he was in such a hurry he didn't even shave.
Oh, he went camping. No, you can't shave when you're camping.
Who can't shave when they're camping?
Well, you're not supposed to, right?
You're not supposed to.
Camping.
Okay.
So you got the beard. Oh, you never made it camping?
Oh,
it's one of those days, eh?
All the way to
we have a.
No rooms, no.
You didn't arrange anything beforehand?
You're smarter now than you were then.
Yes. All the way back to whatever city that was. There was no hotels there. Then
Nanaimo.
Port Alberni, then back to Nanaimo, and finally got a place for 2 weeks.
So we're telling a story here for those of you who don't know.
Oh, yes. All right.
Jerry's here. Maybe he can tell you the story.
All right, we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
Have a great, safe trip, Glenn.
Thank you very much.
Spread the love. Bring the healing wave right across Canada.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Take some business cards with you before you go. Hi, Jerry. So this is the Martin Medical Moment of segment of the program here. This is the part of the program that we devote to finding out how the pursuit for medical cannabis access rights are. The rights or the availability of medical cannabis through storefronts was fairly good a couple of years ago as dispensaries were popping up all across Canada. There was over 150 here in Vancouver, and Jerry opened one in Whitewood, Saskatchewan to help out the people there. And after about 4 years and about 1,000 members later, was told to cease and desist by Health Canada. And I've told this many times, but I want to touch on it pretty much every time, because if you're new to the show and you haven't heard me talk about this before, if you're running a medical cannabis dispensary and you've got 1,000 members, people that come to you every day and rely on you for their medical needs and thank you for being there with tears in their eyes many times from the bottom of their heart, and then you're told by a corrupt government who you're in violation of anyway to stop helping those people, it's an impossible thing to have asked. It's cruel and unusual. It should never happen. It's wrong for the 1,000 members that now can't get what they're relying on for their daily health needs. And it's really wrong for them to do that to a dispensary owner who is now helping all these people and has to have the job of telling people that he can't help them anymore because he's not wanting to be in violation of a corrupt government that he's been in violation of already for 4 years, knowing that it's the right thing to do to help your fellow human being. So Jerry didn't stop. Health Canada sent in the RCMP. They arrested him, seized his properties, and they've been trying to get him into court. He's been trying to get a day in court for almost 4 years now leading up or since then. And it's a horrible, horrible blight on our government and what's going on in Canada here and their lies about legalization. Trudeau told me to my face that he was going to respect individual sovereignty. He said, you know, live to news broadcasters that the whole legalization was going to be a real godsend for medical users because they would have real good access now with legalization. And he was lying like politicians all do and have forever and will forever. Don't get sucked in like I did. But, you know, not only did they not provide proper access for medical cannabis users, they used taxpayer dollars to force close all of the dispensaries that were providing that. And the stores that they're licensing and allowing to exist are all, by their own definition and in very bold letters, non-medical. So they have really left the medical users out in the rain here, out in the storm. And those people that were providing medical cannabis to those people like Jerry, are hurt even more because they're now not able to help the people that they were helping. They now know that the people they were helping are suffering and in many cases dying, and in other cases going back to street drugs, and in other cases just suffering real bad because they can't get cannabis the way they used to. So having said all of that, how are you doing, Jerry?
Doing pretty good. It's a bit of a week. Yeah.
A bit of a week?
Yeah, another week. Yeah, another hater out there.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. But they call them Microdellix, my hosting company. So I have a meeting tomorrow. So
what's going on? Microdellix, by the way, Jerry didn't just stop helping people. He's found other ways to help people. Unless you're living under a rock, you got to know that these days there's all the talk about psychedelics and how they help people with addiction and depression and anxiety and other things. And you've been a big part of that for the last little while here.
Yeah.
You got a company called Microdellix.
Right. Yeah.
And that can be found Microdellix.ca, I believe.
Yeah.
And so now what's going on with that then? You say there's...
Oh, somebody reported I got red flagged. But I was on a meeting with them today with iWeb as my hosting company.
What does that mean you got red flag?
I mean, someone probably called.
Called and said what?
This guy's selling LSD, but I'm not. I'm selling 1P LSD. So these things aren't listed in the Controlled Substances Act. So.
And who did they call?
My hosting company.
Oh.
Where I have my server for so they reported it. Yeah.
I see.
So, but I think I'm all good. I've been with them 15 years, and
you have lawyers working with you and stuff as well, right?
And there's nothing illegal about it. So.
Right, but a letter from a lawyer to point out the non-illegality of what you're doing
that could help.
That could probably help. That's what we got going on here.
Well, I'm hoping I don't have to switch hosting companies. I've been with them a long time.
So I guess I'd like to update you folks on what's been going on with us, because we won't be having a guest on this show. We're going to have this video play. It's a long video, but it's extremely powerful. And this video has gone to city councillors here in Vancouver. It will be going to the major media outlets and to other levels of government as well. But we're going to air it on the show first. But where we're at here with our medicinal cannabis dispensary, we don't have a video of inside the store this week, do we?
No, but I can,
we don't. You can do a little. So we're inside a medical cannabis dispensary. This is our Healing Wave. And we have low barrier access to cannabinoids here of all different sorts, from suppositories to topicals and edibles and all sorts of different flowers. Low barrier means that our pricing is as rock bottom as we can make it. We have $3 grams for people and really cheap edibles and powerful edibles as well, because that's really, really important in what we're doing here. So this is a dispensary that we've opened in the last little while because we were able to find a storefront after doing the Cannabis Substitution Program at Vandu for 3.5 years. So for 3.5 years, a group of us volunteers went to Vandu with a bunch of donations that we would get every week, and we would hand them out in the form of care packs, about 300 care packs twice a week, to people that would line up on the streets and accept our care packs. And sometimes that meant in the rain. It always meant for hours, snow and heat and all the rest of it. So finally the city passed a motion. I'm just going to ramble on for a bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Yeah. So the city finally, after 2.5 years of being, prompted to do so because of the fine results that we were having with our program, they passed a motion unanimously saying that they would support low barrier access to medical cannabis for the opioid crisis. It took us quite a while to find a landlord that would allow us to have a storefront to handle medical cannabis, but we finally did do that just in the last little while here, and so we've opened this medical cannabis dispensary. And, we've been helping people for 3.5 years in very profound ways. And we have hurt no one other than most people that take advantage of our program have at some point eaten too much cannabis and they've had an uncomfortable night and gotten through it. And on the other side of it, decided they're not going to do that again, but they're still going to use cannabis and just find the right dose that works. But other than that, we have had zero problems. We have harmed no one. We have helped a whole bunch of people in very profound ways. So you would think that living in a democratic, free society with public servants and us being the masters, with an overdose crisis happening, that our public servants would be all over trying to help those people in our society. They're trying to help those people that are in need. And that's exactly what we have been doing. And yet here we are still stuck, being threatened. Well, there hasn't been a threat since the original letter from the licensing department that went to our landlord and to us. So to be fair, that's going on. And to be fair, we are encouraged by the conversations we're having with several different levels of government about how we're going to be able to continue doing what we're doing here. And kudos to the licensing department of Vancouver for not sending us any more threatening letters to us or our landlord in the meantime. But, why the hell do we have to go through all of this? Well, why would you get raided and busted? Why would they be coming after you? All of this just drives me nuts. We shouldn't be battling our public servants to try to help people. If there was bodies lining up, if there was complaints coming from citizens about how they're being harmed because we're providing cannabis for people, if that was going on, then I could understand our governments and our police coming and saying, hey, you're hurting people. What are you fucking doing there? Stop doing that and force us to stop. But it's the opposite. They've got all kinds of people going there saying, this place is great. This place is helping me. This is what I want to see in my neighborhood, is a place where we can get access to these things. And they ignore all those people and continue to behave as if we're selling something that's explosive and contagious and causing all kinds of mayhem, where it's the opposite. So, exactly. As was my rant, this is the example of the upside down, backwards, miserable world we're living in. Jerry deserves a medal. Jerry deserves a community medal from Canada and probably from Whitewood and maybe from Saskatchewan to say thank you so much for doing what you've been doing and helping people. I mean, he deserves a medal for these things. And yet instead they're chasing him around like he's a criminal, making him feel like he's a criminal. Oh, somebody's here.
I also like to...
So here's Mary.
Hi,
you guys
everybody.
remember Mary from my last 2 episodes.
I want to thank Jerry Martin because when I was in Ontario, you were doing a seniors week.
Oh.
And I reached out to you to help a friend. She couldn't pay her internet. She's an activist online. And I'd like to thank you because you sent her some money and a t-shirt and you really helped her out. And that touches my heart.
And this activist actually turned out to be quite the activist,
Yes.
thanks to your help.
Yes.
We're talking about Corey Yellen.
Yes.
That's who we're talking about.
It's true.
Right. And, Jerry, you have helped so many people. You came along and gave me $50 one time when I was protesting outside of the courthouse at a time in my life, when that was very valuable. Didn't want to steal your thunder, Mary, but I'm telling you,
Stay strong.
Yeah.
Seriously, stay strong.
Yeah, you never know how much good you do by helping people, Jerry, and you've helped more people than anybody I've ever met, I think. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and I feel the same way. I don't know if I ever talked to you about it since, but there was a few years ago you came out when we were protesting to do with Allard, and you gave me $50, and I don't know if you knew it, maybe you did, but I really needed that money at that time. I forget what was going on. I think you did. I think something was said about something that it was happening that was costing me something, and you overheard it or something. And the next thing I know, you're handing me money to deal with it.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I mean, I've had quite an emotional week here, and you're going to find out coming right up on the show part of the emotional week that I've had, because Neil, my fine producer here, the producer of all these pot TV shows, upon request from John Conroy, our lawyer, has put together a whole bunch of clips that span, you know, some of the time that we were at Van Du and some of the time that we've been here at the Healing Wave, getting people's opinions on our efforts there and what it was about and how it was working. And I found it to be extremely moving. The following day, there was a protest out on the streets here, started at Main and Hastings, protesting the drug war. You know, like I know,
Yeah.
it's prohibition that's the resulting in this poison drug supply. This opioid crisis, completely driven by prohibition, that people wouldn't be going to the streets to get drugs that are tainted with fentanyl and overdosing on who knows what they're getting, if people could get what they're asking for through proper healthcare professionals who understood dosage and could properly orient people towards the nature of substances and the proper usage and things. Instead, it's just a free-for-all, unregulated, no warnings, no people who care, just you're hurting, you can't get what you need anymore, you're down on the streets looking for it, and what you find can kill you.
And then you're a criminal.
And you're a criminal on top. And there's hundreds of thousands of people out there that are in that category that we're talking about, and there's thousands of them that have now died because of those tainted drugs that they're taking.
Worse than being criminal is being a different, being, you know, shunned by society, being treated as different.
Exactly. You can't get the same health care.
You might have a different problem than that person, but it doesn't make you any less.
When you go to see a doctor, if they identify you as a drug user, well, all of a sudden you get a whole different type of treatment than you would otherwise.
Yeah.
And everybody's a drug user, you know, be it alcohol
They're not
or
treated
whatever.
as if they have a health problem. It's a criminal problem.
Can't get employment. You know, people don't want to hire them. People don't want to rent to them. It's just, it's a horrible thing that people would get stigmatized like that. And it's all just to support a real corrupt and evil war on drugs that was never about protecting people from the scourge of drug addiction. That's never been what it's about. All the attempts to do that are just a big smokescreen to keep the whole prohibition going so that they can sell you pharmaceuticals, they can sell you alcohol, they can sell you tobacco, and they can use other things that they can patent and control much better than cannabis for fuel and textiles and numerous other things.
And they can enslave hundreds of millions of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can have a law based on all of that where they can search you like as if you're a common criminal just because the cop says he can smell something. You know, it has been just so horrible for so long.
Suspicion of suspicion, I think they just said.
Suspicion of
I
suspicion.
just broke out laughing at them.
Yeah.
We're suspicious, that was. I
Yeah,
can't remember the term he said.
We think we're suspicious.
No,
we're
they
suspicious
just come
that
up
we're
with
suspicious.
anything.
They do. It's been horrible for a long time, and it needs
You
to
know,
stop.
I got arrested once for a warrant that was out, and guess what it was? Disturbing vegetation. When I got picked up on my other warrant, I was sitting in a public park.
Oh man!
Even the JP when it was says this is ridiculous.
I'm gonna light some vegetation on fire here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a criminal
that's
for
what
that.
They do. They get you in that system when you're homeless and you're down and out. They want to keep you in that system, so they will just come up with anything. Because they know you're not in a position to hire a lawyer.
Nope.
You can use one of their buddies, and you know, and quite frankly, you just want out, right? So you're gonna take whatever they give you.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So there was a protest about all of that just the other day on Saturday here, organized at Main and Hastings. It was a memorial to many of the people that had passed. Myself and a couple of our volunteers took part in that. We had pictures with us of several people that have passed, that have been part of our project. We've lost, I guess, a half a dozen people that were regulars in the last 3.5 years that, were lost to drug prohibition, to the drug war here. And it was one of the most emotional and moving protest marches that I've ever been involved with. I don't know when I've had that much emotion going on. There was numerous speeches along the way, and very, very powerful speeches. We're being murdered. I mean, we're literally being murdered by these laws and these policies, and these policies are just there to support the interests of greedy corporate people that want to provide the drugs for people. And it's such a wrong system for so long. Well, Jerry, I think we're just about there. Anything else you want to throw in?
Our new initiative's coming along good to legalize LSD and psilocybin.
That's beyond Microdellix.ca.
Yeah, that's a totally different venture.
This is
yeah.
the court challenge, I guess, right?
Yeah, and we may be doing a study as well. So that'll
Right.
that'll be open to Canadian residents here.
Cool.
Hopefully,
Is there, can people take part in that? Is there anybody?
Yeah, so hopefully we've got everything going. It's an 18-month, 24-month window, but the study we may be getting done. You know,
Who do
soon.
they contact just to get involved?
I'm putting up a new website called mindtech.ca.
Mindtech?
Yeah, it's not up. Well, it is up. It just needs to be built.
Okay.
Yeah. Which,
so you can go there, but there's nothing there yet.
Yeah, well, we were using another website, legalmicrodosing.ca, but we want to. We're just gonna switch it over to the company. It's technical. It's lawyers and business managers and opinions and.
Okay, but it sounds like there's stuff coming up in the for future shows, and that's good.
I got an evaluation yesterday of $75 to $100 million. Yeah, based on our clinics and stuff in the future. Yeah, so median 5 to 10. And then, so it's working out well.
I think that someone like yourself, when you do well, it's because you've helped a lot of people along the way. So I like that a lot.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's based on we've got to do a lot of things, you know what I mean, along the way. And, but hopefully we'll come up with a study. I think the study is about $350,000. So we have a few people helping out with that, other businesses.
Cool. So stay tuned for that. Opportunities down the road to take part in a study and to take part in this monumental court case. And you know, this is the future. It's time we take back the plant medicines and recognize that the synthetics and the pharmaceuticals and those things that touted themselves as modern medicine have led us down a very destructive path. So we need to bring back at least having the option to use the plant medicines alongside of all these other things. So that's great, Jerry. Appreciate you coming on the show and all the work that you do and staying strong despite the heavy emotional toll that this whole journey has taken on you. And have another great week. Hope it goes better than the last little while on this past week there. And,
well, it was all right. It was just,
Wow.
That's what people do is...
For anybody following you online, they'll know that,
no more online.
You're not online? Well, I saw some things.
It's been about a week now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm turning back that on this time.
Okay.
I think I'm done with hate book.
Okay. Well, I hope it gave you a proper avenue to vent.
I'm on Instagram and TikTok. And, yeah, it's a more happier environment. I just find that Facebook's, there's just too many people hating on there. There's too many angry people, and it makes me that way, and I don't like being that way. So,
well, on occasion, you were one of the angry people?
Well, that's it.
And that's it?
Yeah. So, and then I find I find Facebook just feeds that, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so I don't, I just think I'm done with that for a bit. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll update you on the show then. Yeah. What's going on with Jerry?
Yeah, Microdellix Canada on Instagram.
All right. Yeah. There you go. Check them out.
All right.
Very cool. Thank you, sir. So, this whole struggle of ours, which shouldn't be a struggle to have our low barrier access dispensary to help people get off of opioids, has resulted in a request by our lawyer, John Conroy and Jack Lloyd, to be able to present something to City Council so that they could have a glimpse of what it is that we're doing here and what it might mean to the community, because quite frankly, they never come down here. They've never come to see us here. In 3.5 years of handing out 300 care packs of high-dose cannabis edibles, you would think that they'd come and visit us at some point, but we never saw anybody from City Council. We never saw anybody from Coastal Health. We never saw anybody from government coming to check out what we were doing. A couple times the cops were there. They were not there for us. They didn't care what we were doing. And so, because nobody comes to see what we're doing, they continue to fight against what it is that we're doing without even knowing whether we're helping or not, or whether what we're doing is valid. So my wonderful producer, Neil, is a fabulous editor, and he's put together this very compelling and moving video that tells the story of of what we've been doing with the Cannabis Substitution Program. And this is being sent out to people in government. And I think you'll agree with me, having seen it, that anybody in government that sees this video would not put up any obstacles to get in our way, but they would absolutely be helping us help people. So enjoy the video. Thanks for tuning into the show. Next week we'll be back probably with a regular guest. In the meantime, there's other pot TV shows coming up. Monday we've got the 420 Lifestyle. On Tuesday we're back with THC with me again. Wednesday, From Under the Influence with Marijuana Man. Thursday is Morning Glory at some point in the morning with BC Bud Gal. And on Fridays it's Let's Get Growing with Johnny Bud as we follow his crop. Is that the right?
Close enough.
Close enough.
How's it growing?
All good shows. I hope we can keep you educated and entertained, during your quarantine or wherever you're at in your life. In the meantime, go in peace, have as much fun as you can, and enjoy the video. Tell you that cannabis saved their life. You know what's going on? We're bagging up stuff for the Cannabis Substitution Project. These are the care packs that we give out. We give out about somewhere between 160 to 200 of these packs every time that we're here, twice a week.
And what's in the packs?
The packs would have, typically there's gummy, candy there, a cap, a joint. We have these other caramel types of gummies. But unfortunately, because of the city's clampdown on dispensaries and the transition to the non-medical legal government stores, the access to cannabis edibles has really been reduced. So we had 150 dispensaries here, none of them government stores, all of them medical to a degree, all of them with edibles. And that was just the marketplace, the demand and then the supply coming to meet the demand. And the city decided to interfere with that, and now there's people really struggling to find what they need out there.
It's hard for
and
me
to the point where we have 180 people going to line up here today in the rain for hours to get a bag like that. There's a great need in this city that's not being met.
It made me feel different. And probably where I went off the rails was getting into the acid and the speed and heroin. But fortunately for me, I didn't go overboard, and after doing a week run one time, getting sick and diarrhea, I turned my life over to God, became a Christian, but I still smoke weed. And now I've had 3 surgeries, and I don't take meds.
The gummy, so it actually gives me pain relief, as well as helps me with epilepsy, as well as anxiety, panic attacks. Yeah.
I'd rather smoke weed or any edibles than go back to pills.
Yeah.
Pills kill.
Yeah.
Weed doesn't.
I don't depend on buying pharmaceuticals and speed drugs as much anymore because I take care of my physical pain with medical marijuana and the edibles that are provided for me.
Cannabis helps me a lot.
It's really ironic that police would waste their efforts on edibles, marijuana edibles, when there's actually people dying from opiate crisis. I don't see anybody dying from eating edibles. I see people being well and not taking opiates because they feel better, they don't need to take it.
It keeps me calm and keeps me pain-free.
Awesome, thank you. The cannabis helps me eat with my meds.
Yeah.
Because I have a hard time eating with my meds. So I eat like gummy gels, Billy Bombs before I eat, and then I'm able to have a meal.
That pink is healed.
Yeah.
Scab's gone.
Yeah, that's from the oil.
This arm was broken. Like that, the one package, you've got enough. You've got enough of it. It doesn't take an endless amount, just that one dose per week or day or whatever it takes you. And I'll put it down. I'll put it down and say, I don't need it anymore. I'm fine.
No, it's a nightmare just getting housing. I use it, I eat it, I smoke it, and I use the cream for my arthritis.
Now it gives people an alternative to what other people would give you as a bad button, and this is the right button to get. It's been with us for thousands of years. Yeah. And now because of political complications, we can't deal with it as mature adults. So this is a healing Band-Aid for us economically. If people will just free up the situation,
and allow the garden to grow.
My husband Doug and I are the owners of the S&M Medicinal Sweet Shop over in Gibsons, BC. We're a seed-to-table edibles company. So with that, I grow all of the cannabis that goes into all of our edible products that Doug makes. We started the company originally for Doug. Doug was on narcotics for 25 plus years. 5.5 of that was oxycodone. He really needed to get off of it, so he decided to make edibles. So we started making edibles, and he slowly weaned himself off of methadone.
I'm using it medically for 44 years because of my heart.
I smoke sativa, and I find sometimes it just gives me a little bit of energy.
She can't walk. She has diabetes, and her legs swell up so bad and sores. She can't walk. I can. So I come all the way from New Westminster and get this, take it home, and give most of it to her.
Edibles in this city are unaffordable for low-income people. The taxing of medical cannabis is wrong. Please don't tax our medical cannabis. We need it. It saves my life. It saves their life. It'll save somebody from opiate death. 230 people. That is the biggest lineup we had so far this year.
Help people with offsetting the use of street drugs because they kill people. The lack of access is definitely causing deaths in this city. So shame on the government, shame on our municipal government for not allowing the free access to medical dispensaries and edibles, which should be happening.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate you.
Thank you very much for saying that.
You're welcome.
I was going to ask you, are you guys going to have a special gummy bears for Christmas?
Probably not special.
Or a special amount?
We're going to be here for Christmas. How about that?
Huh?
We're going to be here on Christmas. How about that?
Good.
Hi, how are you today?
Good.
So what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project line? The edibles?
Yeah, they help my arthritis. I'd sooner have those than take the pills the doctors give me.
So do we have enough for everybody in the lineup, do you think,
I'm
today?
Sure we do.
Oh, great.
Sure we do. What do you want? Do you want the jelly?
Hi, what brings you to our dab line today at Cannabis Substitution Project?
I learned about it a while ago. I live really nearby in the tent city, and it's one of my favorite places to learn things, hang out. It's a good line to chill in.
And what does the pot do for you, the pot edibles?
It helps my bipolar, helps me not want to kill myself, helps me be creative. It's good for my brain.
60 different dispensaries that were not licensed by the city. They were operating illegally, but they were providing access to people. The city tried to shut them down. They tried to shut them down by regulating them. So they said, we will let you be open if you're not close to a school or if you're not close to other dispensaries, but we won't let you sell edibles, and we won't let you have anybody under 19, and we won't let you do mail order, we won't do home delivery, and you can't have any on-site consumption. And so these regulations pretty much put most of them out of business. But the ban on edibles was crucial for me, because when people started dying from opioid and fentanyl, my thought was, well, they need to have access to these high-dose cannabis edibles, and the city said, we're banning them. So I thought, well, we need to make it easy for people to get them. So I came here. I have a relationship with Andrew since we had our dispensary and things. Sure. But one drug can potentially kill you in the one dose, or lead you on a path of needing that drug and having lots of different health issues because of that drug. The other drug is going to help you with your health issues and, not kill you. So it's one drug for another drug, but I mean, it's like black and white, for sure. Not that opioids don't have a place. For some people, that is the drug that works for them, and everybody deserves to have their own, whatever works for them. Adults deserve to be able to make their own choices about things. When they're told they can't make choices about things, they make bad choices because of that. And it makes a whole bunch of things way worse if the government says you can't have this. So anyway, that's why we're here. That's how it started. I came here and said I want to give away cannabis edibles. I had friends that had dispensaries that would help me do that. I got the board to give me a unanimous yes for that, and a yes to going to City Hall and asking our municipal government to help us do what we're doing there. So I did that, and they wouldn't help us. They wouldn't even talk to me about it. I went several times. I had a fellow who had dealt with them for years, 30 years as a lawyer, bother them for a couple of months and try to get them to acknowledge what we were doing here even. And they wouldn't. In those 2 months, I gathered up donations, and when I had enough, I came here one day and said, can I give them away? And they said, okay, so I set up a table and I gave them away. And then I went about getting more donations, and then I came back, and they said, when are you coming back? I said, well, as soon as I can get enough more donations. This went on for about a month. And it just happened that I came on Saturdays, and I came at noon on Saturdays. And after I'd done that 3 times, that 4th Saturday, there was a big lineup of people. And I hadn't even told anybody I was going to come back on any particular day. So that's when I said, okay, well, we have to do this every Saturday. And we did a whole year of Saturdays, Sundays and Thursdays. But that's how the project started. That's what it's about.
Hi, what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project today?
Curiosity.
Curiosity. Are you going to try some of the edibles?
I'm considering that, yes. So I was speaking with this gentleman, Neil, I just met, and he's got my attention, and it's quite interesting. I honestly just wasn't aware or educated at all about the edibles. So,
are you a drug user right now?
Yes, I am. Unfortunately, I smoke rock and heroin every day, and I hate it. And when I remember occasionally to smoke weed, immediately it takes my obsession away from the crack.
14 years.
So what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project lineup?
I'm 60 years old. I've been smoking marijuana for 50 years. And I guess over the years from working and just getting in accidents, I got arthritis really bad in my knee joints and wrists and ankle, everywhere, right? And the only thing for relief I could find was ibuprofen for a time. And I tried these gummies. The guy says, you try those gummies, he said they're good for arthritis. And I thought, well, maybe there's something to this. And I tried it. I did too much. I did 40 milligrams, which was too much for me. I got paranoid. So I can't do more than 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I get
So does it relieve your pain?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, better than ibuprofen. Because the ibuprofen, you take it, it upsets your stomach, even if I eat something. Good because of my age too, 60, right? So I have something to do with it. The gummies are really wonderful. I take 20 milligrams and maybe some hot tea, and I go for a walk about an hour later, and within that hour I start feeling better. My joints are moving, and I feel like instead of 60, I feel like I'm at least 30.
Nice shades, man.
Yeah, it was a nice sunny day. I had to wear my Can's angle shades.
It's got a brownie. It's about 30 milligrams. It's got a cap that's about 30 milligrams. That's that little cap right there. It's got the gummy, which is 80 milligrams, 40 THC and 40 CBD. And so that's what they get. Sometimes they get a little bit more in the bag. These are a little bit smaller than normal. Depends on how big the lineup is and how much donations we get. And it's up to them to make it work for them and find the right dose in there.
And today it's a good day for donation?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's a medium day because we have a very long lineup. We give out about 300 bags. So 300 bags, that's quite a bit. With 4 items per bag, that's over 1,000 or 1,200 things that we're giving out twice a week. So it's thanks to a lot of dedicated donators that we're here because people continue to donate. I mean, the gummies have been coming for almost 2 years. Another gummy as well. That we package. We have our packaging people over there. I don't know if you saw them. Let's go over there and see. They are.
And here we got our supplies. It's cold out there. We got people in the lineup. Yay, Neil's here. We got Neil. Finally came. 5 after 12. We should be ready to give out stuff in about
my answer to autism training. Get people off the drugs that would require it.
Yeah, we're doing it now. So here we got our holy rollers working hard. Yeah. Doing big joints for people in the rain that are waiting for their medical marijuana. And we're setting up for our high-powered edibles here. And we also have pop pills. Yeah. So we're doing quite good. Hopefully we will be done by 1 o'clock. Some people have been in the lineup since 10 o'clock. And we're making our packages over here. Got our gummy moons. Got our edibles. So what edibles did you make today, John?
Those are straight up ham, smoked ham sandwiches for kids. But you can snitch one if you want one.
I just might. Oh, and look what you got for the kids.
Yeah. I'm just going to give you 2. How about that?
That would greatly help me. Look, I'm working.
Hi, how are you today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good, thank you. So you've been in the rain for quite a bit for a Cannabis Substitution Project. And how do the edibles make you feel?
A lot better.
A lot better? What do you use them for?
For pain and for just make me feel better.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. I wish the weather was a little more agreeable, but it is December. It's winter in Vancouver.
Well, it's nice to see you in our lineup. So what brings you into our lineup?
Generally, I've been coming here since they probably started when it was just a 1-day-a-week thing. Then they expanded, I guess, because it became so popular. I mean, my personal thing is with the medicinal marijuana is I suffer from sleep disturbances. I had a catastrophic nervous breakdown a few years ago. I have problems sleeping. The thing is with the marijuana, when I buy it or even when I get it, is the edibles, because the edibles is actually a better thing. It's too bad the government didn't do the edibles properly. I mean, I forget what the percentage is. But anyway, they help me not so much in falling asleep, but the staying asleep.
By changing up sometimes. Some people can smoke joints, some people can't do that. They can only take gummies.
So do you have prints for me or something?
Hi, how are you today?
Not too bad.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project lineup today in the rain?
I need the edibles. They help me out with my pain that I have.
Where do you have pain?
In my hips.
In your hips? Oh, wow. You're pretty young to have pain in the hips.
And pretty much that's about it.
Big old homemade. You want the gummy bears? If we don't have gummy bears anymore, maybe moons. Oh, moons.
Excuse me.
What do you use the edibles for?
For pain, I do the CBD. I do to get high, and I'm just laughing, and that's what it does to me. It makes me laugh. Looks like I'm intoxicated, like on alcohol, but I don't drink alcohol, nor do I smoke cigarettes, nor do I drink coffee. I love my edibles.
You love your. Hi, how are you today?
Good.
What brings you to our lineup at Cannabis Substitution Project?
The edibles and the drink.
The edibles? And what do the edibles do for you?
It helps me not drink so much.
Oh, okay, so it makes you healthier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay at home, vegetate, watch TV. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good because drinking is really hard on your body.
Yeah, and I'm not getting thrown in the drunk tank either.
Okay, so your behavior's better too, right?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
No, we're doing a giveaway.
Right there on that poster.
We're going to have donations of clothing and whatever people want to donate. And we're going to have all that to hand out as well. So
on that bulletin board right on that picture right
there.
there.
Video here. Excellent. We do have a poster about it. But yeah,
this is next Thursday then.
Next Thursday. Okay. It's Thursday. We're here on Thursdays. I gave you a bag? Yeah.
So are we still looking for donations?
Sure. Yeah, people can donate. Get a hold of me or come down to Van Du with your donations next Sunday or Thursday and drop them off here.
What kind of donations are you looking for?
Anything you think people would like. Socks, clothes, coats, whatever people might like. It's Christmas time, so whatever people might like for Christmas.
So today's a busy day here at Cannabis Substitution Project. We have extra things, we have donations. decorations. We have clothes, socks. So we're all Christmas spirit here. Our holy rollers are over there. And none of this would, of course, happen without Neil. And we got a beautiful dog. And here we have our holy rollers that are rolling. Hi, how are you guys doing today? Good? Got lots of buds. We got lots of donations. We even have blankets, shoes, and a tiny bit of food. Here's where we make our packages up with our edibles, our high-power edibles. John, I guess you made infused baked potatoes and infused ham?
Infused ham, infused baked potatoes.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Legalization world of producers thinks that they can charge like enormous amounts of money for tiny little bits of CBD and THC.
How much do they charge?
Well, they're putting 2 milligrams of THC into these drinks that they've got. 2 milligrams is nothing.
I wouldn't even get a buzz off of that.
It would be a tiny, tiny little speck of weed in the palm of my hand for 2 milligrams. There's just nothing.
And how much do they charge for it?
And so they're going to charge $8 for these drinks.
Wow.
A drink that would otherwise, you'd pay $2 for it, and even then, that's a big markup from what the actual costs are, like in the grocery store and what have you. So, like $6 of this $8 is for this tiny, tiny little bit of bud. It's just disgusting, and it's not nice bud that they're going to use. They're going to be using all the crap. We're just trying to spread the love, that's all. It's just really, really disgusting that the barrier that is really there for people, the daily users, the medical users, is there because of greed.
Cheers. Hi, how are you today?
Good.
What brings you in our Cannabis Substitution Project lineup today?
For the edibles.
For the edibles?
With my back.
Hi.
What brings you to Cannabis Substitution Project today?
The edibles.
And
weed.
The weed? Okay. And what do the edibles do for you?
They calm my nerves. I suffer from anxiety, and I went through like a really dark phase when I had my baby. I didn't know the meaning of like postpartum depression.
Postpartum depression.
Depression, yeah.
And did it help for your postpartum depression?
Yes.
What brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project lineup?
Well, I try and show up and get what they offer, whether it's gummy bears or
the edibles,
little edible brownies and things.
Okay,
and I don't smoke, so I always give the joint away or dicker for edibles.
Oh, that's nice. So how do the edibles help you out?
Well, they basically just they do tend to help me with pain, but also they just taste good, and I don't mind a very small buzz. It's nice.
It's nice.
Okay.
You
don't get super high on it, but that's all right.
How does it help you out? The edibles.
It's my only pain relief.
It's your only pain relief?
Yeah. And believe me, I deal with too much pain. And that's why I'm here today, is for the pain relief.
For the pain relief. How does cannabis help you out?
Oh, how has it helped me out?
Yeah.
Been clean from crack cocaine for 18 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. And also I have scoliosis too. I've been using cannabis since I was 16 years old.
You have which?
Scoliosis.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So 39 years of smoking cannabis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it works out. It's nice to see you again. Your hat looks fabulous. Have
Thank
a
you very much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Hi, big boy. Hello. Here we are.
Everybody here makes a big thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take care.
The media, the government, as they drive by, hopefully they see the sign. All right, Happy New Year. I'm going to take your picture. If you don't want to be in the picture, don't look at my camera. I'm going to share with John. You got to work with it.
I know.
All right.
Down here. And here we got our holy rollers, rolling. Nice. So here's a sample of what we put in the bag.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Have a great year. Hi there. How are you? Indica. Good New Year.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project lineup?
Well, I'm a cannabis user, and it's a good alternative other than hard drugs.
So we need more donations of flowers or trim for sure.
What brings you to Cannabis Substitution Project?
For my edibles to be sober for the week. They
Oh,
help me with my sobriety.
that's a hard one, isn't it?
Not only sobriety, but trauma of living on the downtown east side with all the shootings, the murders, the missing people, and being a single mother altogether. It's traumatic.
And what brings you to Cannabis Substitution Project today?
Because I find it successful through the CBDs, cannabinoids, and marijuana to relieve my pain that I have from the surgery.
Oh.
So medical marijuana actually substitutes hydromorphine, which I refuse to take because I don't want to become a victim of the drug lord.
She likes THC? No, she doesn't need gelatin.
All right. Chicken sandwich, my friend?
Yeah, chicken
Sandwich. Chicken infused.
Because we're doing the right thing. And then the government store is going to have to go away and reinvent themselves and come back and have $3 grams that are really good, cured properly, and all the rest of it, not overpackaged, and fuck the warnings. Start encouraging people to use cannabis responsibly, and it'll help you with all kinds of different things.
Hey Neil, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. Do you need any help?
I can handle it. Usually somebody shows up and gives me a hand with something.
Okay. Here we go. Rolly. Nice big joints. Got our edibles. Here comes John. This looks absolutely fabulous.
Who wants pork chop sandwich? I don't. Nope. Otherwise known as a pot chop.
What was that? Was that a pot chop?
A pot chop.
Two more. 100 milligrams.
We haven't got any left.
What brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project lineup?
I was an alcoholic and doing meth, and now I'm not doing either.
Oh my God, so success.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's helped a
Oh,
lot.
that's absolutely excellent. So do you feel better now? Just
way
being on
better.
way better?
Yeah, I also have erosive acid reflux, and so if I don't smoke it, then my guts just go
Oh.
crazy. So
Okay. So the high dose edibles help too, right?
big time.
Big time? Hi, my name is Debbie. How are you today?
I'm okay, Debbie.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project today?
I can't afford to go buy something.
Aw.
And I've been smoking it for 40 years.
And how does it help you out?
Well, it keeps a smile on my face and
So it keeps you mentally healthy?
yes.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, it's so nice to see a smiling face down
and
here.
it was a war that the government started, and they're still not done with it.
Are we going to have enough for our lineup today?
I don't know.
Hi, how are you doing today? And what brings you to Cannabis Substitution Project?
I'm trying to get off the coke and the rock I smoke.
Oh.
And plus, I use the cannabis for my body for arthritis.
God bless you.
Hi, how are you today?
Okay.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project?
The smoke.
The smoke and the edibles?
Yeah.
Okay, and how does the edibles help you out?
For my sore back.
They're for your sore back?
You know it's pouring rain and
We got really nice buds for our lineup here at Cannabis Substitution Project. Looks absolutely fabulous. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution
I come
Project?
here because number one, to be honest with you, I like to socialize with the people that come to the east side.
Yeah.
Right? And they come here and minglize, like Grace, right?
Yeah.
And the other people come in. And number two, if I don't have money and shit, it gets me off the opioids, it gets me off the alcohol.
Oh, that is so fabulous.
Right,
That is our project, to get you off the opiates and get you off the alcohol. And cannabis, how does it help you out?
Well, I use it for many therapeutic reasons. I have a minor depression, so I use it for that. I also take advantage of the Van here for helping me on some days that I don't have money.
Oh, that is so nice. Oh, that's
Stuff like
excellent.
that. They have pot, they have a lot of trees, and I'm very grateful for it.
Thank you so
Whoever
much.
does this, what's it called? TPS?
Cannabis Substitution Project.
Correct. You know what? God bless you guys. You guys are doing great.
You guys
Thank
rock.
you. Aw, thank you.
Have a good day.
What I would like to ask you is, how does cannabis help you out?
Before I even smoke it, just to know that I have it. It's a great sense of security, because I do crack cocaine. Okay. Anyhow, I do other hard drugs, and knowing that I have weed for afterwards, it gives me a sense of security, comfort, satisfaction. And in the process of smoking it just calms me, makes you feel better, takes the edge off the anxious feeling you get in your belly. It's just a great thing. I just love weed.
Thank you very much. And they're infused.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'll have the same. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Beautiful.
So, how does cannabis help you out?
Well, cannabis helps me out because I have really bad depression. I have insomnia. I also deal with pain. So I broke my pelvis in my hip in 2010 from a bobcat accident. So I use cannabis to help me with my pain and stuff, because I think it's way better than the chemicals that doctors give you, like
Prescriptions.
they give you morphine, they give you Dilaudid and things like that, and I think it wears down your bones. But cannabis, people always say it's bad for you, but it's really not bad for you because it really helps you, and it's healthy for the body, and you're not putting so much chemicals in your body because you know what you're taking, right?
I'm doing well, thanks. Thank you.
Cheers. Morning, guys.
Raspberry. That's you.
Sorry. Here you go, dear. You're very welcome. Very welcome.
Hi, how are you today? And what brings you in the rain to our Cannabis Substitution Project?
Marijuana.
And what does cannabis do for you?
Well, I was diagnosed with my right shoulder. Is like somebody hammered me with a blunt object, and it's completely separated. So I need painkillers.
And you prefer cannabis than the pharmaceutical route?
Well, pharmaceutical route is full of codeine, and it makes your head itchy.
Okay, so you
It
don't
does.
like the side effects from that.
These are good. And that ginger snap cookie's pretty good too, so.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good.
And what brings you to Cannabis Substitution Project?
Well, I come to enjoy some edibles.
Okay, and how does the edibles help you?
Well, I have cancer in my brain, and I need that. I use it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So do you get the CBD ones?
I get both.
Oh, good. Good, the one with both. So you get a buzz and the CBD.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to when they have more cream available because that really helps.
Yeah, you certainly can. Sorry, I didn't pick up on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. My name's Debbie.
Nice to meet you, Debbie. My name's Cliff.
Nice to meet you. And what brings you to our cannabis lineup?
Oh, I heard about it through word of mouth that this is being given out freely of heart, and thought I'd join the lineup. But
Okay.
I know there's cannabis that they're giving out and edibles that help us with healing, with CBD as well.
Yes.
Capsules, and it's such a positive thing that everybody's sharing, and there's new faces all the time, and
Thank you.
a chance to meet people as well.
Oh, thank you.
Just like that.
And how does the cannabis help you?
It helps me relax.
Helps you relax?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly in sleeping.
And sleeping?
Yeah.
Sleeping's so important.
Yeah, exactly. There's one that calls a snooze bomb, and it's a love bomb that knocks me right out nicely.
Oh, nice. Oh.
Is that gum or is it
That's
a weed thing?
It's a jelly bomb right there.
Yeah.
And that's a
The
weed
squares,
cookie
like,
right
looks
there.
like a piece of Lego.
This is CBD, this is THC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your
You're welcome. No problem. You're welcome.
Hi, how are you today?
Fine, thank you.
And what brings you to Cannabis Substitution lineup this beautiful Sunday?
Well, it's always good. It's if anything that's good to smoke is marijuana and the edibles. More healthier, it's safer. I don't really go drinking, no cigarette, just cannabis smoking and edibles.
Oh, well, that's good. And how does it?
The edibles help my pain. I don't have to run to any prescriptions like I used to.
Oh, wow.
I don't have to run to the alcohol to cover the prescription. The point is, anything cannabis does the job.
Oh, that's so
Come
beautiful.
here Sundays and Thursdays, it's free, and enjoy the crowd. You get to meet people, you get tips. You get tips on cannabis, anything on the edibles that we don't know about. We can come here or ask around the internet. The point is, we're on the right track, and I enjoy it.
Oh, good.
The behind the scenes. You're getting it all done? Look at all the gummies and the round stuff. You're doing great today. How you doing?
Okay.
All right. We brought some pieces for the gang outside, eh?
And it's my birthday.
Oh wow! Look at all the goodies.
Yeah, it's good.
Specify on the post that this is a sampling of what we have. It's not what's in a typical care pack.
Well, it wasn't really intentional. I was trying to donate it to the people that are blockading the ports in favor of the Wet'suwet'en folks. But they got a lot of donations, so I just thought I would bring them because I know Van Du, and I'm into cannabis substitution for sure.
You guys got some pretty good weed down there on the table here. You're doing a good job because there's none on the floor. That's great.
We're using our classic Cannabis Culture magazine.
The Cannabis Culture magazine. You got a marijuana hat on.
You bet I do.
And Neil Magnuson has a marijuana hat on.
Oh, look at that.
Have you guys gone to the same store or something like that, or
No.
what's going on here? Are you trying to take over the world?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, just help a few people,
I
right?
don't want to dominate here. I'll dominate at home. And
How about you tell us how come cannabis helps you? How's that sound?
How does it help me?
Yeah.
Helps my body pain, helps my bursitis. I use creams. I use the pills.
Oh, I know you love the creams, right? You told me lots of stories about your creams.
They do work very well for me.
Yeah, I know.
All the edibles, though, they're not for me. I can't take that kind of strength, but they work for other people really well. My girlfriend has a brain injury, and she uses the CBD mango and the one-in-ones for her migraine headaches and
Yeah?
body pain as well.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's been really good. I have gotten off about 3 pills since I started smoking the marijuana. Benzoids, muscle relaxants, and painkillers.
That's
I
cool.
don't have to take those over the counter prescriptions, which is perfect.
That's what matters, is we come down here and you get relief, and your buddy here is, hi there. Oh, yes, you know you're loved. He's loved. He's loved. He is loved.
Actually, Ms. Medibles, Erica, donated the keef, so I made some keef butter.
And I've been spreading it out. So last week I was able to give you guys some Raspberry Rice Krispies.
Yes, they were very nice.
And these are lemon sugar cookies.
Oh, wow.
With a lavender icing.
It goes along with your hair.
Oh, yeah,
And they look good.
It's all about the healing and the love.
It's the love.
It's the love
It's
and
the
the
love,
healing.
right? This is all to fight the opiate crisis too, as well, right?
It's a huge opioid crisis. I live in this neighborhood. It's frightening what's happening to our community and to the people that are devastated by the drug use, the drug world, and what they need to do to survive. And the homelessness, it's not okay. It's just not okay.
Yeah.
All governments need to pick up their boots and smarten up.
That's right.
Start building buildings and housing people, and then offer them the services that they desperately deserve and need.
You get your cannabis and it helps you out quite a bit.
Oh, it does. It helps me with the sleep and the pain for my back. So I'd rather use the cannabis for sleeping instead of using sleeping pills.
Oh,
I find that the sleeping pills make me feel so groggy the next day. So
I totally understand.
yeah,
Right?
and it's more natural. So
What works best for you?
the indica.
Indica, you like smoking, the cookies, the edibles?
The edibles is a
edibles
lot
is
better
best?
for me.
I was wondering about cannabis. You're down here at the Cannabis Substitution Project lineup, and you get your cannabis. How does it help you?
Years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. I just use that. I don't use anything else. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. And I refuse to get the. I'm an old athlete. I'm a goalie.
Hey, but you have a great attitude.
I smoke a joint, go play net, and the guy says, "Holy crap, man!" Yes, it's helped me. Like I got rid of. I find it's God's gift to cure.
It is.
That's all.
It is.
I'm just thrilled to be able to announce it. I want to show you that it's real. I actually have the certificate in my hand.
Yeah, Neil! Hey, we want to thank you so very much, my friend.
And I gotta tell you, I didn't do this as much as you guys have all done this. I couldn't do this project by myself, as you all know. We have so much that we do every time. And you all made this happen. Anyway, that's my announcement. Thank you all very much. We'll look forward to the future and find out what all that means. 2 weeks from today, we're going to have our very first board meeting. And out of that will come a whole bunch of other things and directions and stuff that I can tell you about. That's enough out of me for now.
Hey, great, Neil. Wonderful. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Explain what this is. British Columbia Societies Act Certificate of Incorporation. Sir, tell us what this is.
So this is a copy of the Certificate of Incorporation for the Serious Hope Society, which is the Cannabis Substitution Program. So a group of people have gotten together and they formed a directorship, and now they have a number, and so now we can start applying for government fundings and get things like permits, possibly get a location, collaborate in research, collaborate in opioid responses. So it's great news for us as a group. We're now a society, and that means we're all family.
Definitely Hastings Street.
Hello! Welcome to year 4 of the Cannabis Substitution Project. I'm sorry it's raining on you. There's going to be a protest, for those who don't know, coming up here shortly, so there's going to be a whole bunch more people in the area trying to make a point, and we're just going to try to work with those people and coordinate so that we don't block the sidewalks, we don't interfere, and all that kind of good stuff. We got our volunteers inside working hard to make sure you get your packs as quick as we can, and we'll get you out of the rain. Once again, I'm sorry about that. And love y'all. We'll see you inside. Have a nice, safe day.
So here we got t-shirts.
What is the size? That's a medium.
Widow.
Dude.
Widow.
Got indica.
Indica.
Almost ready. And that looks like chicken. Is that chicken in too? Oh, it looks so good. And then we got something for the children, so the children don't feel left out.
Thank you guys.
Have a great day.
Yeah, Hope, here.
Oh, she can have one of those.
She can have one of her own?
Yeah, she can
All
have
right,
her own.
then, we represent.
I guess.
THC.
You want balls?
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, good.
What brings you to the cannabis substitution lineup?
Oh, I like it because some of the stuff we get, it helps my back. It's got a bad back.
Yes, you may.
Thank you so much. Those are so helpful.
Hi, Papa Smurf. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
And what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup today?
Because I'm an alcoholic, and cannabis helps me with my DTs. It helps me to stay off the illicit drinking. So that's rubby and mouthwash and horrible things like that.
Oh.
So I'd rather do pot. Pot also gives me an appetite.
So you eat?
So I eat more. I get mine from a dispensary here. I could get it from the government, but I choose not to. I don't find their stuff very good. So the government
dispensaries,
medical marijuana is not all that great.
And the government says that you can only have 10 milligrams at a time and they're dangerous. And we're proving here that it's not dangerous. We're here twice a week. We give out about 600 care packs in that week of high-dose edibles to people. And we've had no hospitalizations, nobody's complained. The right dose is very fun and helps with the pain issues, helps with sleep issues, helps with appetite, all kinds of things.
It helps get off hard drugs too.
Well,
Very
that's
important.
the point, yeah.
And what brings you to the cannabis substitution lineup?
Getting off fentanyl.
Oh, that must be really hard getting off fentanyl.
That's tricky, but it's okay.
And how does the cannabis help you out?
It's good. It makes you relax. It kind of gives you that peaceful feeling.
That's kind of what the bags are.
Okay. Do you have one of these?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm okay.
What brings you to our cannabis substitution project?
I come to Vancouver to get the edibles and the weed that they offer.
And how does that help you out?
Well, being that it's a free thing, it helps on cost of being in low-income living situation, and also being able to have that resource and someone with chronic pain and all of that, it helps out a lot. Like I got like metals in my legs and all of that, and being able to have that medicine works wonders for me.
So do you find the cannabis better than the pharmaceutical pain relief?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much. You're very welcome.
What brings you to cannabis substitution lineup?
The edibles.
The edibles? And what kind of edibles do you use?
I guess there's
The indica ones, okay. And how do they help you out?
They calm me down. I don't need a joint. You don't need a joint.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. What brings you to the cannabis substitution lineup?
Well, I'm a big fan of the edibles that you guys have here. I use them to help me get sleep. I have real bad insomnia, so it helps me with my sleep so that I can get back to work and
And stay focused.
Exactly, absolutely.
So we really help you out. That's so great.
Yes.
Because you can't get our edibles in the store.
Oh yeah, no, I've looked for them everywhere, and these ones are really good. I'm just really grateful that you guys hand them out for free also. So it's
It's a win-win.
Double whammy, yes, it's a win-win. Absolutely, that's how I would put it.
Hi, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good.
And what brings you to Cannabis Substitution Project lineup?
Free weed.
Free weed?
People.
And how does the cannabis help you out?
Cannabis helps me with anxiety and pain. I've been smoking it for a lot of years, so to have a free weed line is
Okay. And what kind of pain are you suffering from?
I have gastrointestinal and pain in my bones.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
Well, actually, I used to work for Vandu a long, long time ago, about the year 2000, and when they started this a while ago, right? So I've been coming here for a few years now.
Oh, since the beginning, 3 years?
Yes, yes.
Wow. And how does the cannabis help you out?
Well, I'm a cancer survivor twice.
Oh,
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Okay. And the cannabis has really helped you.
Yes, it does.
I love your attitude. You're nice and happy, and I can feel you're a very strong woman.
Gotta be.
Hi, baby. Oh, look at you. So how do you feel after that pit bull over there wants to eat you? How does that make you? Oh, does it make you feel good? What a good puppy.
It's a beautiful day, hey Neil?
That's right.
It's a beautiful day here, isn't it?
Beautiful day today. The lineup's a little shorter. It's the day after Welfare Day. Of course, it grows as we go. We're still about another 20 minutes away from starting the giveaway. It'll be longer by that time.
Getting your package right now, and we're getting it a little bit early for you because you got cancer, right?
These are high dose.
Yes, I have those before.
This is high dose edibles for Tommy here. He's got cancer, and we're getting it to him for a little bit earlier, and it really helps you, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, big time. And I found out too, you have to use a dark juice, lots of dark juice, grapes, blackberries, blueberries.
Yeah.
This morning I had one and geez, my bowels are working, so it helps. And this really helps.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I cannot go to the bathroom for days, and when I have this, it takes the pain away and it calms me down and just helps. It helps a lot.
Yeah. It's a busy hub of activity here. Cannabis Substitution Project with Neil Magnuson at the helm.
How you doing?
He's dishing out all kinds of stuff here.
CBD?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Good.
I appreciate you handing out cannabis. I use it to make me relax, take my anxiety, keep me off of drugs, like other drugs.
Okay.
And I really enjoy smoking weed. It's healthy. God gives it to you. You don't destroy it. You eat it, smoke it, wear it.
Picked up some doggy treats for your doggy.
Yes.
Where are they?
They're right here.
They're right there?
Yeah, these are CBD Dog Treats, and my dog absolutely loves them, and I absolutely love giving them to him because he suffers with irritable bowel disease, and I find these CBD treats help calm his stomach and give him a little ease when he feels all bloated and not feeling too good.
Hi, how you doing? You're down here at the Cannabis Substitution Project, and you get your cannabis?
Yeah.
It helps you a lot, right?
Yeah.
How does it help you?
I usually use heroin, to be honest. I usually use heroin.
Okay.
But I'm using cannabis instead.
It helps me with all my chronic pain and helps me get up and take care of business and stay straight.
You're in the lineup here with the Cannabis Substitution Project, and cannabis helps you. Is that true, my friend?
That's a fact, yeah.
Yeah, how does it help you?
In a lot of ways. My stomach, eating, sleeping, keeps me from dreaming.
Wow.
And you don't want to dream.
Yeah. You're a veteran, sir, is that correct?
That's right.
Could I ask a question?
Yeah.
How does cannabis help you, my friend?
Oh, it helps me get through the day with my back pain.
Okay. So this is important to you for sure.
Yeah, and it keeps me away from drugs.
Hey, this is all good.
The main thing.
Yeah.
I don't need to take drugs.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, man.
I'm pretty busy in here today. Just a real quick flash. And we got real pot here today. We got Neil Magnuson making little grams for people, which is just absolutely fabulous. How are you doing there, Neil?
Pretty good. I'm almost done.
That's so nice. We got real pot.
Yeah.
Is that an indica or sativa?
Oh, I'm not. It's a hybrid, I'm sure.
It's a hybrid. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
coming from Weeds, Glass, and Gifts.
Oh, that's so nice.
Here we are at Vandu. It's a Sunday afternoon, and we're going to have an amazingly good, crazy day here. Our days are usually pretty busy, but today's busier than normal for some reason, which is really busy.
I noticed we have lots of extra products.
Yeah, it's okay because we do have lots of extra things today. It looks like everybody's going to get a really nice bag and lots of stuff. We got the girls here putting stuff together. These are our full-on CBD bags. There's the caps from Dirty Dave that he gives us every time here. We got Bannock today. Joyce made some Bannock cookies from Mary and things. We got the gummy balls from our anonymous gummy donator and so many other things. Oh yes, and these hard candies as well.
Sorry. Oh, I love those. Wow.
Yeah, they're supposed to be very potent as well. Holy Rollers doing their thing. If you don't want to be on video, don't look at the camera. So there's the holy rollers doing their thing. Landlord, of course, he wants to be on camera.
Yeah, he looks
And
great
the
on
camera
camera.
loves you too, landlord. And so, yeah, that's what's going on. John's here. And John, he brings hot food every Sunday. These tater tots, apparently. And whatever these things here are. Weed balls. Weed balls. And they look like weed balls. So we're just getting ready to go. We're about to put the boxes on the table and try to clear this room and get our lineup done. Well, we got a big lineup, so yeah, we're going to be playing out here.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good.
And what brings you to Cannabis Substitution lineup?
I come to get pot for my pain.
Oh my God, what kind of pain do you have?
I got hip pain.
Oh, hip pain's horrible. Hip pain's horrible. Is that an accident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fell 15 feet 5 years ago.
This one? Can I give you seeds? Do you want seeds?
Hi, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good.
So what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution lineup today?
I'm coming to get the edibles that are half and half CBD, half indica or sativa. Doesn't matter.
And why do you feel that you like to have some of the CBD?
Well, I get bad anxiety, and it helps me like calm down. And when I'm drawing, it helps me be still and not so shaky. It just helps in general.
There you go.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm high.
You're high? Oh, that's good. Can I have to do that? Because that guy looks really good too. So what brings you to our Pot TV or our Cannabis Substitution lineup?
My passion for weed.
And how does it help you out in your life?
A lot. It helps me with all kinds of stress and creative thinking.
There we go, another big container. We've just gone through all the volunteers and we're starting on the people. Hi, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, thank you. And what brings you to Cannabis Substitution lineup?
Well, it helps me deal with anxiety and social issues that I have, dealing with people and getting out. It helps keep me calm.
So that's lucky this guy over here gave you a free pot, hey?
I know. I love it.
Yeah, oh, that's good. It's hard suffering from anxieties.
It sure is.
So do the edibles really help for the anxieties?
Yeah. They're a little bit slower to kick in than a traditional joint, but the effect, I think, is actually a little bit better. Like, you don't have that quick high and then a quick down. Like, it's a much more stable and steady thing. So for people trying to work or people if they want to be involved in the community, an edible is the way to go. Because you don't want to be smelling like weed all the time. You can pop an edible and jump on an airplane. You can pop an edible and go on a train, go on a bus, crowded bus with all kinds of people. It's good for you.
Hi, how are you doing?
Really good. Thanks for videotaping for us. Really good work.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome! Oh my God, it looks good. I'm really appreciating this.
You're welcome.
We're going to be giving out joints today, but please don't share them. Keep it to yourself, because that's the right thing to do at this point. Keep a little bit of distance away from everybody, because that's a good thing to do too. Don't touch your face with your hands, and try to keep your hands off of the common touch areas in the world here. Hopefully we'll get through this, and we'll all be okay down the road, but we need to be careful and pretend it's as real as it can be, so that we don't have any cases down here. Thank you all. Let's take care of each other. Let's take care of ourselves. Have a great day. We'll see you inside shortly.
Popcorn chicken and
popcorn chicken.
Okay. Wow. Slow down, guys. Slow down.
John's trying to take over some of our death. Fresh butter or joint?
And what brings you here today?
We're here for the free weed program.
And how does cannabis help you out with your life?
It actually helps out quite a bit. I was a pretty active crack user, and I've cut down a lot because of it. So I try and come at least twice a week.
Nope, that's free.
It's
gone a little.
The reason I decided to get back into smoking pot is because I'm around people that still do all the hard drugs, and I'm kind of sick and tired of all the cocaine and everything like that. It just destroys lives, right? And I find that smoking a pot, you know, it just mellows you. You don't get any kind of feelings of anger or
violence.
or anything like that. And I just want to find a more natural way to. It kind of sounds funny, but a natural way to be happy, right? And it's something that grows, right? So I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy the mellow high.
How does cannabis help you in your day-to-day life?
I feel a lot better, relaxed, no muscles.
So for pain management? Hi, how are you today?
I'm fine.
And what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup today?
Well, I'm here for the free edibles and marijuana.
And marijuana? And how does that help you out?
Well, it helps me to deal with stress and anxiety, and increase my appetite and sleep better.
I had no idea that you had one. We do that every February.
So that looks like we got a lot of good marijuana donations today.
Yeah, we're doing very well, actually. Things have improved. We had a really good trip to the island just this past week and met with the people doing the Cannabis Substitution Project over there and got some good ideas and exchanged some good ideas. And then we got some donations from some people on the island, and that's really, really awesome. So we're going to be okay for the next little while and looking for more donations, of course. And right on the cusp of getting a storefront, we're negotiating for rent now on a place, and that'll be coming on stream really quickly, and then a whole bunch of different good things are going to happen as a result of that. So yeah, good things are underway, and here we are. We've got some nice weed.
That's going to make everybody so happy on this beautiful Sunday. Thanks so much. Hi, how are you doing today?
Doing all right.
So, that's so great of you to be holding this sign, huh?
Just trying to keep the spacing alive, or the distancing.
It'd be so sad if we shut down for this virus.
Yeah.
That would be, you know,
yeah.
People have asked me, you know, this is probably one of the most positive things that are down in this shit show.
Yeah, but reality is there could be much worse things that are down here really soon.
But this is a good thing. We're not talking about worse things. We're talking about good things. Hi, Neil. How are you doing today?
Well, we're doing all right. We're still able to be here, which is really good because the people that we're helping, I don't know where they'd be without our help, but they'd be out in the community making things a lot more risky for people and for themselves as well. So I'm really glad that Coastal Health is on board with us continuing our project. We're trying to be as safe as we can about how we do this and educating the lineup and the people there about not touching their faces. Oh, okay. So John's here with the hot food. That's really good. We've got cannabis. This was from Weeds, Glass and Gifts. No, this was from. No, this is not from Weeds, Glass and Gifts. Although they've certainly been one of our better donators. But you know, our island friend that helped us out. That's where that's coming from. So that's really, really good. They have some nice weed over there. Yeah, they do. Harmony Collective as well helped us out with a bunch of stuff that we've been using with our baking and stuff. There's a lot of good people helping. Too many to start mentioning, that's for sure. But these are very strange times that we're living in here, and we need this as much as ever. And as much as ever, people need to be focused on positive things. They need to be, keeping themselves safe and having as much fun as they can in the world. Life has always been a fragile place to be. It's a little more fragile and complicated than it was, but it was always fragile and complicated, and any day could be a person's last, and all of ours for that matter. So, that makes life very precious and very valuable, and how we feel is all we really got. That's all we really take away. So I hope people are able to find ways to connect with each other, to take advantage of the time that they have, to get the house cleaned and things organized, to create and write music and all the things that people would do if they had more time to do it. Well, now we've got a little more time to do it, and a little more impetus to do it as well. So let's get grounded. Let's stay safe. Let's be smart. Let's have as much fun as we can until this is over, and hopefully it'll be over soon. Don't take it from me.
What brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup amongst the coronavirus?
free weed that I get helps me out with my arthritis.
And what brings you to Cannabis Substitution Project today?
Today is actually to get out of the house for a little bit, but it's mainly to deal with my pain in my neck and to deal with the stress and anxieties that I've been dealing with.
So what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution lineup all the time?
I've been coming here since June of 2019. I only missed a couple of times. And it's for me, it's a socialization because I got people from each side that I know, and I come here to the lineup. So I don't mind the wait of an hour or 2 hours. But I come here mostly because when I do the edibles, it gets me off the alcohol, right? You know, like if I was not doing edibles right now, I'd be at a liquor store just fucking drinking.
And that's really bad for you.
Right? Yeah, it is. So I don't do edibles and relax.
So how does it help you out with your day-to-day life?
It just helps me manage my addiction. Like I have a heroin addiction,
Aww.
and it helps me like space out the amount of time that I need to go with heroin.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, thank you. And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution lineup today?
Just need a little help getting through to the other months.
Aw, and how does cannabis help you out in your life?
I use it for to treat depression and arthritis and just general aches and pains and stuff. And it just helps me stay motivated and not get bogged down in my problems.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project?
I can't believe that they would give free weed or edibles, and I would like to try them.
Okay, is this your first time?
No.
Okay, and how does the cannabis help you out with your day-to-day life?
It helps with arthritis.
Oh,
I was
wow.
a figure skater and a surfer, and my bones, I have arthritis in it. It helps it a lot. And now that it's legal, cut the pills out, smoke weed.
The edibles, they help down, like when I'm feeling
Down, when you're depressed.
Yes, depression, yes.
Depression is a really bad thing down here.
Yes.
And it's really real. And the psychiatric drugs don't work for depression.
No, I got a bag of them and they don't do nothing.
They do nothing.
Aww.
A long lineup today.
Kids, don't do this at home. This is dangerous. We're going to take over a lane.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming out. We need you to keep proper spacing away from each other. You know the deal. We've got a virus we're dealing with. If you're sick at all, if you've got a fever or a dry cough, stay away from people. Get home. Isolate yourself. Call 811. Drink hot liquids until they come and see you or whatever works there. The most important thing is to stay positive as you can. Have as much fun as you can staying away from the virus and keeping everybody safe. Laughter is an antiviral medicine. Keep trying to have some of that going on. Please respect our volunteers. They're risking things to come down here and help you. So let us have you at that table one at a time. Let's have as much fun as we can staying safe and keeping that virus out of this neighborhood. We've done really well in BC so far, partly because you guys are cooperating here as well. Let's keep doing that. We'll get you out of here as quick as we can.
So here we are setting up.
I want this to be in front of the jazz right up there. But these are all CBD? Those are all CBD. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Label. One flavor yet, so. Yeah, I would like to have, we got one of those. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. I would like some.
Oh, yeah,
all right. I had the shower and those and everything like that.
Let's see if boss has anything.
All right, so we're getting everybody out of here early today. We've got the sidewalk all marked out in proper spacing, but right now we're just giving out the bags as quick as we can make them so we can get these people out of here so we don't have issues with too many people here. We've also explained properly to them about not touching common touch areas, not touching their face, drinking the hot liquids and washing their hands when they get home, that kind of stuff.
So yeah, we're really ahead of schedule today. We're just trying to get things out of here so we, don't have to deal with people infecting each other. Thank you, Paul. See you, buddy. Have a great day, man. Thank you kindly. Staying right there.
And we're handing it out instead of having people come in.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Thank you. Wonderful. You're welcome. Very good.
Hi, can I get Steve?
Or.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm pretty good, I guess.
It's quite the big lineup we have for Cannabis Substitution Project today.
Yeah.
What brings you?
Back up, guys.
What brings you in our lineup today?
Do you have some edibles?
And how does that help you out with your day-to-day life?
I have Crohn's disease, so it really helps.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're so young.
All right, I'm gonna give it to you. Go home now. Everybody just stay where they are. How you doing there, man?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Great. So what brings you out during our pandemic for our Cannabis Substitution Project?
I mean, even if everything is closed, but still Vandu is open for delivering weed, and it's so good to people,
We're part of a Cannabis Substitution Project. Vandu lends us their space, but we're a different organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, I want to thank you guys. I mean, you guys are doing a great job. I mean, people around here, they need weed. I mean, on Sundays, you guys are delivering, even after this COVID-19 shit. Thank you, you guys. You guys are real ones.
Thank you. And how does pot products help you out?
Oh, it's a meditation for me, I think.
Medication?
Yeah, meditation, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, manifest. Yeah, it's good.
Well,
That stuff is good. The guy, this company, the products they deliver, it's good.
Yes.
Thank you very much. No problem, Joe. See you on Sunday.
Yeah, no problem.
Are you in the lineup for cannabis?
Yes, I am.
And does the cannabis make you a better person?
It mellows me out.
Oh,
right?
that's so
good. You
good.
know what mellow means?
Yeah.
Awesome. And you know what? When I mellow out, I like watching TV.
So then
now I can't watch TV because I'm homeless.
Oh, so am I. So am I. It's really
That's all
hard.
good.
I have this machine to watch.
I sleep on the sidewalk.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Have you gone to Carnegie yet to see if they can help you find a home? Kind of useless. I've been there. Okay, buddy. Well, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you get lots of edibles.
We're all done, guys. Once we give you packages, we're all done.
Where do you go?
It's like coming up to the table.
Right on, brother. THC if you got it.
It's high noon.
Oh. Here comes a handsome guy. How are you doing today, landlord?
Hey, everything's great.
That's great.
I'm virus free. I got more weed.
We still gotta get this virus out away from us. We gotta stay with proper distancing amongst each other. Don't touch common touch areas. Mostly don't touch your face until you can wash your hands. If you're sick at all, stay away from people. Go home, isolate yourself, especially if you got a fever and a dry cough. So that's all I got for you. We'll get you out of here as quick as we can today. And the other thing is be kind to each other and have as much fun as you can, because that's the most important thing in life.
Which is your preference?
Oh, I'll take the,
CBD?
Yeah.
And you have more of that stuff for the...
Yeah, I got one right here.
Right on. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, thanks.
And what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
Free edibles, weed.
And the weed? And how do the edibles help you out with your day-to-day life?
Help me with stress and relaxes me, helps me sleep.
I'll be telling you right away.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm fine, yeah.
And what brings you to our cannabis
I've
substitution?
been here since it started, and it helps me to eat and helps my arthritis.
It helps your arthritis? Yeah. So what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project today?
It's for pain relief.
So this makes it better than having people come in. We're getting rid of a bit of the lineup.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you today?
Not bad yourself, though?
I'm doing pretty good. Nice sunny day we have.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution lineup?
I love marijuana, okay, I'll be honest. It keeps me mellow, it gives me an appetite because I had cancer treatment and stuff like that. So,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, it's, I had colon cancer and they dug it out. And I couldn't eat. I lost my hair because I had chemo and stuff.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So did they cure you?
Yeah, they were able to cut it out, so I'm able to digest food.
Love
and
you
everything,
guys.
but, smoking a joint kind of gives me an appetite. So.
Oh, that's so good. Well, I'm glad we're able to help you out.
Have a good week, too. Have a good weekend. Hi there.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. So what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution lineup?
To help with my ADHD and I like weed.
And you like weed. So it helps you out and calms you down.
Exactly. It helps my ADHD.
So are you housed down here right now?
No, I'm actually homeless right now.
Oh, so that must be really hard for you.
Yeah.
So then pot really keeps you calm
Yeah.
because it's hard right now to be homeless and nothing's open.
Yeah, and a little relaxed. Keeps things a little calm.
And who do you have behind you?
My
Oh.
8-year-old puppy.
8 years old. He's so adorable. Percy. Hi. Hi. Oh.
There you go, sir.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution lineup?
I was just with my friend here.
Uh-huh.
And he told me that he could get some free weed.
Yeah?
Clothing, man. And I was going to Hope and leaving Vancouver. So yeah, I wanted something for the road.
Oh, that's good. And how does cannabis help you out with your everyday life?
I would say it's keep me out of other drugs that maybe I would do without it.
Without it?
But it has been like this from a long time. It's also, I smoke less tobacco with it.
There you go, sir. Have a good day.
Have a good day, brother.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, fine, thank you.
So nice to see you again.
You too, always good to see you.
And what brings you to our cannabis huge lineup today?
Well, it really helps me for my pain. I don't do no drugging or drinking, any of that. Marijuana is more safer, it's legalized. And people that do this here, there should be more programs like that for the safety of our community, safety of the downtown east side. Because like you said, there's been too many overdoses of opiate and the other drugs. And keep encouraging people like us what you're doing. Keep encouraging about the marijuana edibles, because it's healthy, it's safe, it helps our pain. I know for me, I suffer a lot, but coming here helps.
We're gonna get you out of here as quick as we can. Keep proper distancing between you. The most important thing, of course, is always be kind to each other. Have as much fun as you can.
Hello? Do you have pineapple? Pineapple I have.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
So you're in our cannabis substitution lineup for our high-powered edibles?
Yep. Been here since 9:30.
Wow, that's pretty early.
Yep.
So how does the cannabis edibles help you out?
Well, it slows down with my migraines and my ADHD. And I spend a lot of time just using that rather than using hard drugs. And I try occupying my time with like the sale and the exchange rather than doing hard drugs and hurting my body and being able to toxify in that and losing my mind. I can educate myself, I can reiterate myself, slow myself down, and it does a lot better for the human body than any other of the hard drugs. They work.
Don't eat too much, right?
Oh,
Give
yeah.
me a double bag today.
Oh, thank you very much.
Don't eat
man.
too much of it all at once.
No, I'll be back.
And what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
A friend of mine told me about it, and I wanted to come try it out. I tried out some of your gummy bears before, and they help me sleep while I'm doing my self-medicating, I guess, what do you want to call it?
Isolating.
Self-isolating. Right, help me pass time, so it's great. It's a great service that you guys are providing for the community.
We're here to do that. We're here to do that. Here you go, Derek.
Back up, get in line.
Back. Being an opiate user medically through my doctor for 18 years, cut off my medication. I've been looking around. Now I've been self-medicating with the gummy bears here, which seemed to help me immensely.
Have a great day.
Have a great one. And what brings you to cannabis substitution lineup?
I learned about this, the Cannabis Substitution Project a couple of years ago, and I have so much respect for it because really I know in my heart that this program does save lives. Because, you know, we get it, not only it improves our health because of the CBDs, but even a little bit of THC is better, so it's much safer than some of the other alternatives that are out there that are killing everybody.
Especially down here.
Exactly. So I have two choices. I can go buy illicit drugs from, I don't want to mention the country in particular, it's a roll of the dice with my life. Do I live or do I die to escape reality this day? Or I can come here and enjoy something peaceful and safe that isn't going to kill me. And that's why I really respect Neil and this program so much. And I don't come very often, but I just, from the bottom of my heart, I have so much respect for this program that I don't really know what else to add at this point, but I'm happy to be here.
So here we go. We've got chicken bits. Do you mind if I try a chicken bit?
You can try chicken bit.
Okay,
sure.
thank you. Take this.
Just take it. There you go.
Thank you so much. So I have the cannabis chicken here. And we're getting my picture taken. There's lots of people out there today.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How about that one?
That works for me, man. Thank you very much.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
And what brings you to the Cannabis Substitution Project?
Come get some pot because it really helps me with my leg.
Is it? Well, I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah, I know a lot of you want to do this.
So I see you're in our Cannabis Substitution lineup. How does cannabis help you with your everyday life?
Well, it helps me keep me away from drugs.
Well, that's going to help you, though, right? Yes. That's why they do that. It's a good thing.
Thank you very much.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution lineup?
I like to use cannabis. I've been using cannabis for a long time and I enjoy it.
And how does it help you out with your everyday life?
It helps me stay calm and it keeps my mood good. It helps with my depression, right?
Sativa one? Sativa, yes. Mango. Or THC, I guess. It's both. It's THC and it's sativa.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution lineup on this beautiful Sunday?
Rather have the edibles and take the pills the doctors give me for painkillers.
You seem like an okay dude. Thank you very much.
Come on in, brother.
We gotta call them moons just to be gender diverse.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great day.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, Indica.
Indica, do you want these or the raspberry?
Like an infused turkey sandwich?
Hi, how are you today?
Good.
What a beautiful day out today, eh? And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution lineup?
I want to get some weed.
Pardon me?
I want to get some weed.
Okay, and how does cannabis help you out with your everyday life?
I used to smoke a lot of it, not so much now, but I still do from time to time. Mostly to help me go to sleep.
Oh, you play. Yeah, yeah. They're both indicas, right? That has 80 milligrams. This has 100. But these are in 5 balls. That's why either way.
What brings you to Cannabis Substitution Project?
Well, it's one of my 2 favorite days of the week, the Thursday and the Sunday edible cannabis giveaway, because it does me a world of good.
And how does it help you out with your everyday life?
Well, I've not used down in 4 months now.
Oh my God, you have not used any heroin for 4 months? And that's from us?
Well, this is helping, so.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh, he's so cute. Oh. How are you today, Rachel?
Fine, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
I'm in handcuffs.
It's so beautiful out today, and you look so great.
Thank you.
And how does the cannabis help you out?
Pain.
So what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
What I do here?
How does cannabis help you?
A lot.
A lot?
A lot, yeah. Yeah, they help me a lot.
I know, he always does.
Just come on by. Come on,
So how does the cannabis help you out?
Cannabis keeps me calm. This is my calmest state. Normally, as a social worker, retired, I would be...
You were a social worker?
Social worker retired who wants it just right in a cheap environment, using the minimum amount that a working person would use on the street.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy, brother, enjoy. Thank you very much. I guess the last few times in. Well, I don't know about, you got a lot of people to be satisfied, right? Yeah, we're here.
So what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
I just need some pot so I can deal with people in my building. You know, they're a bit haywire sometimes.
Actually, she's the weed.
How does the edibles help your friend out there?
They've really been helping her with her arthritis
I know.
and the pain she has.
And her pain?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's so nice of you to help your friend out.
How you doing, sir? Good, man. You? Pretty good.
This is, what should I give her for weed? Does she need the weed too?
Yes, please. But she wants the DV thing.
She wants the CBD?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's going on with the line? Is anybody here?
He's right here.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Pretty good.
So nice to see you in our pot lineup again.
Yeah, it's the only thing that helps me with my pain.
You get in line now, you'll make it. There you go, buddy.
Have a good one.
Good to see you, brother.
And what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
I'm here to get some good weed.
And oh, that's so great. We got lots today. So how does the edibles help you out with your everyday life?
Helps me out, it stabilizes me.
Stabilize you?
Right.
In what way?
While beating opiates addiction.
Everybody's had a cupcake. These are extras.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Doing all right.
And what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
The edibles.
The edibles? And how do they help you out with your everyday life?
Well, I have severe anxieties.
Here we got some chicken, infused chicken.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project lineup today?
I heard about it from a friend. I just thought I'd come try it out.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Here's our wonderful lady.
I'm good, thank you.
You want one?
They're infused with cannabis. They're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you can put it in your fridge. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, I just came down and tried out. My friend told me about it, so I thought I'd come check it out. I've been here once before. It was great. It helped me out throughout the week. Right?
How does it help you out?
It helps me relax when I'm at home after work and whatnot. Go to sleep a lot easier.
Sorry, guys. Thank you. Hey, how you doing, brother?
What brings you to our cannabis lineup today?
Well,
I love cannabis, man. It's good stuff, man. I get the gummies, the edibles, CBD and stuff, THC is good.
And how does it help you out with your everyday life?
It's good for my pains and stuff and relax my stress and makes me think about other things.
I guess second one I didn't come in Sunday. I missed it.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
And what brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project line?
Dope.
The cannabis?
Yeah.
And how does it help you out with your everyday life?
Makes it more bearable.
Take it easy. Cheers. Thank you. All right, take care.
So cool. Now it looks like you got a haircut. Is that right?
Yeah, it's like a chia pet. You just add water and it grows. Yeah. He's got one too. He's got a chia pet.
Let's see your chia.
This is even shorter.
Pretty busy in here, John, with donuts and sandwiches for everybody.
What kind of sandwiches you got,
infused.
John? Sloppy John.
Sloppy John.
And what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
Well, I mean, you know, I can get this other places, but I like coming here, meet some people, get some cannabis. It's nice. It's a nice way to spend my Sunday. I used to hate waiting in line until I realized it's kind of fun for the regulars. So I come here to get some medicine.
What brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
I was just walking by. I've seen the line a couple times, but this is my first time actually lining up to see.
It's hard because I want to give a little bit of attention to everybody, right?
Yeah.
You have a good day, sir?
And what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup? Okay, and how does it help you out with your everyday life?
Helps me with addiction to people doing hard drugs.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. You have a great day.
Yeah, you have a great day out there.
So here we've got hot dogs and we got volunteers making hot dogs, which is really nice. I'm hungry as a wolf.
45 minutes before you eat anything else out of the bag, because that might be more than you need, right? Might be enough. Yeah, it's got THC in it.
I think she said CBD.
Oh, this is CBD. Oh, this is CBD. You're all good to go. That's not going to get you high. That'll get you high. That'll just make you feel good.
What brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
Because I take the pot for my arthritis and for the pain in my knees.
Well, you're high.
Here we go.
Thank you.
You're high on the mustard.
All right. You want one of those ones? Yes. Okay, we're going to give you this. What do you want on it? One of these.
Oh, wow. Cute. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you want to infuse hot dog? Sure. Ketchup and mustard?
So you eat the hot dog. Don't eat a bunch of other stuff for about 40 minutes. See how you feel, right?
One more thing before it. CBD infused. Okay.
The cap that's in your bag, probably eat that with food. Just a bite of something. How you doing, sir? Pretty good. You have a preference? Black cherry? Oh, you want the purple?
I'm not.
What did you do? How did you use it?
Yay, John! Yay, John! Yay! He's our hero. He's a chef. As you can see, everyone's really happy to have him here. We always are.
But you won't be able to come here and get a care pack of the high-dose edibles that you've been using. You have to go to our store. It's just 3 blocks that way. It's at 157 East Cordova, and we'll give you a card, and then we're going to help you way better than we've been able to help you here. So we'll help you out there with free high-dose cannabis edibles for those who qualify, and you all qualify.
I love you all. I thank you all. We're on to the second chapter of what this has been all about. And this is 2.0 and probably 2.0. We'll see where we're going to go. But it is taking on an amazing life right now at the store that we've created, and how that's going to develop, I can't wait to see. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. I hope you all have a great day. I'm looking forward to seeing you inside. Come on down to the store. And as always, be kind to each other and have as much fun as you can.
So these things are pretty strong. I think so too. They're supposed to be 75%, might be a little strong.
So what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup today?
I like to come here because I heard you guys handle weed twice a week.
Yeah.
So I like to come here because one of the main reasons I come here is because I'm getting off heroin. So I mean, like the withdrawals are pretty bad. So I like to smoke weed and it helps the withdrawals.
We
I get a lot
also
of muscle cramps, and I find if I smoke weed, it doesn't I don't get it as much.
Not Mondays though, not tomorrow. Any other day. See us there. I just gave you what you get. Everybody gets one bag.
And what brings you to our cannabis lineup today?
Well, I survived 2 strokes. I'm a stroke survivor, and I need the cannabis to alleviate my pain. And there's other things that happen when you have a stroke. It's brain damage. You get brain damage, and there's a lot of things that I don't remember or can't do prior to having my stroke. So the cannabis, the marijuana helps.
I love gravy. Was the infusion in the gravy?
It is.
Oh, that was so fabulous. And what brings you to our cannabis substitution lineup?
The lineup.
The pot?
Yes.
The cannabis?
The medical marijuana, because I'm broken bones in a motorcycle accident.
Way better. We're stepping it up a big notch or two now.
Brings you to our Cannabis Substitution Project today?
Well, I heard about it, so I figured I'd come and check it out. I like to smoke my marijuana. It keeps me healthy.
Keeps you healthy? Oh, that's
Keeps me from
good.
Getting sick gives me a good night's rest.
Do you consume large amounts of cannabinoid edibles?
Not so much edibles.
Not so much edibles. So be careful with that. Let me put this in there for you.
Oh, yeah, please do.
It's a souvenir, if nothing else. You should be looking for a place to nap in about 3
How do we help you out at Cannabis Substitution Project?
Just give me cannabis.
Come and see us at our store. We're not open tomorrow. 2 blocks, Cordova and Main.
It's a medicine I use 3 times a day. In the morning, after meals, and before sleeping.
So here we are at Cannabis Substitution Project. We finally got a storefront. It's a very adorable storefront, saving lives with cannabis, community, safety, volunteer people. And here we got Andrew. Hi, Andrew. How are you doing today? I'm doing great. And how do you like our new little store location?
I love it because I live next door and I'm on disability. And I got a few things that are just a common part of me. Really, it does crack knee, crack toe, crack up on the top here, down below, and I'm just falling apart, and I'm still hanging in there. And you smoke weed. I don't take no pills, and I use weed just for the medication, and it gets me by, gets me high, and I feel good.
We have all these different pots for the neighborhood. We're doing our best to get people to have a life that they can actually enjoy. So how does the marijuana help you out?
It helps with my appetite for eating into stuff because I use other drugs like meth and stuff like that, which decreases your appetite. But the weed helps balance me out.
Oh, that's
for sleep too, right? Like helps me sleep.
So here's our strains that we have here, West Coast. Would you like the West Coast this?
There it is, right there.
Okay, we have Pink Kush, Master Kush, Green Crack, my favorite, West Coast Sour Diesel, and Bubba Kush. So I'll be coming in and get Green Crack later today. It's pretty busy in here. It's a great little store, nice and friendly.
It's centrally located in my neighborhood, so very convenient. I think many people have looked forward to this moment when there was a location that we can all congregate to and we can all call our home. And that's what I feel that this place has become.
The energy is really nice in here, isn't it? So how does the cannabis help you out with your everyday life?
improves my life to a great degree. It improves my my creativity, which is a very big part of my life. My overall outlook has improved. I'm very positive, and I think that it has a beneficial effect on both mind and body. Stress relief is important.
Yes.
It's important that we find avenues that aren't destructive, like alcohol or opiates.
Yeah.
This is what the program was designed to address in the beginning. The incredible problem that we have here in the downtown east side with opiates and drinking. And I think that this program has been a huge benefit to the people of this community.
But for me, it helps me in every single way. Like,
I use it for pain, sleep, and it keeps me at bay with other drugs too. So yeah, I really depend on this stuff.
How does cannabis help you out with your everyday life?
Pain, majority of it's pain, movement, everything pretty much. I really can't go a day without having some kind of
it helps me a lot. I enjoy THC as a healing natural ingredient coming from the earth, which is found in the marijuana plants. And I use I smoke a lot of weed because the oil of the weed is not 100% when you're smoking out of a joint, but there's still oil in it. And between the oil of that, and I use olive oil, pure olive oil, 2 tablespoons a day with smoking weed gives me an enormous amount of energy. I'm 57 years old. I still feel like I play hockey with 25-year-olds.
Wow. I'm your elder. How does cannabis help you out with your everyday life?
Well, I stopped taking psychiatric meds in February, and I'd been on those for 2 years, and I was at the point where like I couldn't even breathe, and just from like the anxiety, a side effect of the medication, and so I started taking CBD oil. So it's been about 3 or 4 months now, and I'm able to catch my breath.
How does the cannabis help you out with your everyday life?
Helps me cope with my my self-esteem and coping with other drugs and family, and it keeps me on the right track.
We got these wonderful people that made us blueberry pancakes that's infused with THC. Can I take a look at them? I've tasted them. They're absolutely fabulous. So we got blueberry, and the blueberry was real berries. It was so wonderful. It felt like fresh berries. And we got pancakes with THC. Infused syrup. Absolutely fabulous. We thank you guys so much. You're a wonderful team. And who was the baker today? Both. It took both of them. So we have team effort. Thank you so much. And have a great day.
Thank you.
So here we are today, a lovely, beautiful Tuesday at Cannabis Substitution Project. And we're quite busy. This is our 2nd month here, and we have a lot of donations for food.
Oh, yeah. Share with a friend.
Thank you.
So absolutely wonderful.
Thanks.
So here we have some chili, and we have THC buns at Cannabis Substitution Project today.
We did that for free.
Thank you so much. You do such a wonderful job, and you guys are great cooks. So you're here for our Cannabis Substitution Project.
Yes, and I am so grateful that this program exists. You know, really I am. It's helped me. You know, and it's in the initial stages, but without this, I'm circling the drain. You know, down here.
Down here, it's really rough.
Yes.
So you find it.
Thank you, Neil.
So you use it for medication?
Yes, my feet, and to get off of.
How does edibles help you out with your everyday life?
Pain management helps me sleep comfortably. Takes away cravings for other drugs.
And how do we help you out with your everyday?
It takes the edge off of the stress, the almost universal stress you feel down here when you wake up.
How does cannabis help you out with your daily life?
It
It takes my pain away. It curbs me from the bad stuff. And I've used it for a long, long time.
And what brings you in?
So I was on the methadone program for 3.5 years.
Well, that's a long time.
Yeah, so I was on hard drugs for about 20 years. So I've been a pretty bad drug addict for a while. So when I went on the methadone program, it was really still hard on my body. So I used the marijuana to subsidize just for all the bad feelings it gave me inside, like just stomach aches and stuff.
A lot of people don't know methadone's really bad for you.
Yeah, it was. So, but it got me off all the drugs, and I've been sober for 3.5 years, and I've actually tapered off methadone completely now. So, yeah.
Oh, do you mind if I ask you how old you are?
I am 42, and I'll be 43 in
Well, you
April.
still look young.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Well, congratulations for
Thank
3.5 years. Do you
Thank you.
feel better than before?
I feel way better right now. I actually have a great relationship with all my friends and family again. And foremost, I'm able to function during life now. Like my daily struggles were when you wake up, you get sick from not having your drugs. How am I gonna get the money? All those troubles are gone now, just due to the fact that I'm sober. And the marijuana really helps. Like for everyone that needs it, I'm telling you, it really works. So.
How does the edibles help you out with your everyday life?
I find because I suffer from, I've got arthritis, I've got anxiety, and it really seems to help me with my nerves. And it's not a strong, like, hit you and you're not expecting it, and then it all of a sudden hits you. It's like a eventual, just almost like an anxiety pill.
How does our program help you out with your everyday life?
It helps me with my sleep, my pain, and my anxiety. That's the biggest things in my life. I need something to ground me, and this meds grounds me.
I'm so happy we're able to ground you.
No, thank you, and thanks for taking away my pain.
And how does cannabis help you out with your everyday life?
Help me with my everyday life?
Yeah.
Well, until 2.5 years ago, I had Hep C for 20 years.
Wow.
Okay, right? And if you don't know, Hep C takes up to 70% of the food away from you.
Wow.
So if you eat, I was eating 10,000 calories a day.
Wow.
Okay, right? And to be able to consume that much food, you have to have enough of a big case of munchies.
So the pot helped you get the munchies.
Yeah.
So did you beat your Hep C?
Yep.
Oh, congratulations.
I only went
I'm
for
glad.
treatment. But for 15 or 20 years I had it, there was no cure.
Yes, I remember when there was no cure.
Exactly.
And the cannabis kept you healthy.
Kept me eating enough to stay alive.
What brings you to Cannabis Substitution Project?
I need my medicine.
You need your medicine? And how does your medicine help you out?
Well, I'm just going to show you my leg.
Aww. Aww.
Right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is why I come here, because the pain in my legs is extremely great. They have the kind of weed that I need.
Oh, tell him I'm going to meet him
that can take away the pain.
The high-powered edibles?
Yes.
No. No?
No,
Not daughter.
just
Friend.
just smokable.
Friend.
And how does that help you out with your everyday life?
It helps with my soreness of my joints because I have epilepsy and my joints are sore.
So what happened?
Well, we got a letter saying that we had 14 days to cease operations here. So I talked to the licensing manager, Mark McClelland, at City Hall. We had a good chat about it. He said we need to be in process to apply for a license from the province to do this. The cannabis license and all of that structure that they have is all about non-medical cannabis. It's not about medical cannabis. It's not about what we're doing here. We would definitely be denied a license based on the Cannabis Act and the province's interpretation of how that's being rolled out. But the courts have now said that people have a constitutional right to low barrier access to medical cannabis storefront dispensaries, and we've known that all along anyway. It's no one's right to take away someone's right to go and get what they need to help themselves medically, and especially during an overdose pandemic, when we've got people dying here at a rate of about 3 a day in British Columbia, easy access to cannabis will help save lives. And I'm very sure that our government officials are not interested in stopping us from helping people in the profound ways that we are doing this. So I just need to have negotiations with Judy Darcy, the Minister of Addictions, with Mark McClellan, the licensing manager, with the other members of the City Council, and whoever else comes up that may or may not want to interfere with us and may be able to help us. So that'll be back going on again Monday morning, tomorrow morning, when I recontact these people that I've been in touch with already, and we just see what they can do for us. But bottom line for us is we care about the people we're helping. We understand that we're helping people in profound ways, and if we were not here able to do this, there would be people suffering and dying, and I'm not about to let that happen just because of government red tape and regulations and unjust laws, not to mention corruption. So yeah, hopefully we can get this sorted out.